MC Toon. Welcome to my channel. I just had a debate on Modern Day Debate with a guy that I thought was Rob, but it was Ryan. And the link to that debate is in the description. I have with me and the Jord said. How are you doing, the Jord?
I'm doing great. Watch actually one of the first times I caught a Modern Day Debate in a long time, and it was you, and I was like, oh my god, like two of my favorite channels coming together as one. Awesome. Nice. And of course the flat earther didn't bring anything, and like he even announced multiple times that he didn't.
And you also will notice on screen a big cat, and down in the corner you'll see the face of Schrodinger's cat. Good day, sir.
It's an iffy day. I am in a state of anger right now.
I thought you were in the state of Hawaii.
I am in the state of Hawaii, and within that I am in the state of anger. The First Amendment auditors have gone on a campaign to try to get my channel removed by false copyright striking me.
Ooh.
So today I got the third active copyright strike, which usually means your channel's gone.
Yeah.
But since I'm disputing them, my channel is staying up pending the outcome of the counter strikes that I have made. So far I have about a 90 some odd percent track record of winning those disputes. The only one I ever lost was the very first one, and that's because I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm probably pretty safe, but I'm plotting my revenge because YouTube is not doing what they're supposed to be doing by punishing people who do false copyright strikes.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to have to come up with some retribution of my own. Whether that's in a courtroom or just by making more videos about them and focusing on the people that strike me. If you strike me, I'm going to, make endless videos about you.
Yeah.
So that's option A. Option B is going to court, in which case I know I'll win because my videos are fair use.
Well, and the other way that you're going to win is because the people that you're talking to, these First Amendment auditors and sovereign citizens, they have a 100% failure rate in the courtroom.
Exactly. Yeah. So PayPal Patty, also known as News Now Patrick or Patrick Roth, he sent me an email yesterday and claimed that he is actively suing me, which is his only way to keep the video that he struck down is to sue me. Now, his good buddy, News Now Houston, also known as News Now Rapist, because he is a convicted rapist, told me the same thing when he struck my video, that he was going to sue me, that it was already done, the paperwork was done. And when I wrote him back and said, let's see which one of us can afford the better lawyer, I never heard anything from him again. The video went back up. Everything's good. Given PayPal Patty's track record for honesty, I'm pretty sure he's not suing me. So that video should go back up any day now.
Yeah. So how does the process work? They have to somehow substantiate to YouTube that they're in the process of suing you?
So initially, YouTube takes them at their word. They take your video down. They put the strike on your channel. Then you have to do a counter notification. Basically, you're saying, you're giving your reasons why you think that it was not a legit copyright strike. YouTube reviews it. I don't know what they review, but if they find that it has some sort of merit, they pass it on to whoever did the initial copyright strike.
Yeah.
Then that person has 10 business days to show YouTube that they've taken court action, or else the video goes back up.
Yeah.
So really his only option is to take some sort of court action. The only thing I could think is, he's got to sue me. Since he doesn't have a job, I'm pretty sure if he's going to sue me, he's going to have to do it himself.
Well, they're experts. They think they're experts in the law.
Yeah. Well, copyright attorney beats not copyright attorney every day of the week. And I hope he sues me. I honestly do hope he sues me because I can afford a copyright lawyer.
Imagine.
And I would love nothing more than to sue him. I wouldn't be able to make any videos about it until it was all done.
Yeah.
But I would definitely make a video about it when it was done. And I'll ask for attorney's fees and I'll ask for compensation because the video he took down had 100,000 views. And I think at the time he took it down about $600 or $700 worth of revenue. So I'll be wanting that.
Do they take all that too?
Yes.
Ooh.
As far as I know, that's how it works. I don't have a ton of experience with it. I've had probably 5 copyright strikes against my channel ever, and I've won all of them but the very first one. So
that strike stayed on your channel then?
The one that I lost, you mean?
Yeah.
It stays for 90 days and then it sort of expires.
Yeah, okay.
So if you get 3 copyright strikes within 90 days and you can't beat them, or at least one of them, then your channel goes away.
Yeah, yeah.
And at the rate that my channel is growing, and the income that it's making, I don't need that income. I'm, an engineer. I do fine.
Yeah.
But in a lawsuit, they would owe me, if I won, they would owe me that amount of revenue. And revenue going forward because the channel's not there anymore. So it can't make future revenue. So it would be pretty bad if my channel went away and I took one of them to court and prevailed, which I would, because I mean, I know lawyers. Every month I have 3 lawyers on a live stream. I know lawyers that are also YouTubers. All 3 of them look at my videos and say they're fair use. They're absolutely fair use.
Yeah.
Well, no, I take that back. I know 4 lawyers now because Mike the lawyer is the newest panelist on my monthly live stream with lawyers. So 4 lawyers are telling me that my videos are fair use.
One thing I have learned from watching your channel, though, Schrodinger's cat, is that sovereign citizens, they don't tend to think forward. They're kind of do whatever.
They're like toddlers.
Do whatever pops into their little brain at that exact moment, and then if there's consequences down the line, they'll just scream about it while being forced to deal with it.
Yeah, well, I know that they're conspiring against my channel, and the reason that I know that is somebody told me ahead of time that Justin Pulliam was going to copyright strike my video, giving me the 3rd copyright strike, and that's exactly who copyright struck my video today that gave me the 3rd strike. Plus, he's been on streams and videos with PayPal Patty, so I know they know each other. I know they contact each other. So I'm the biggest channel that does anti-First Amendment auditors. So if they can take my channel down, then they can take the rest of the channels down. So if I go down, Degeneration Nation's going to be next. And then they'll just go in order of the biggest channels that are causing them the most butthurt. So I'm not going to let that happen. If I have to hire a lawyer, I can afford a lawyer. It's not the end of the world. So, yeah,
that'd be great. I'd love to see them lose again, and then have you make a video of it.
Yeah. Well, the last time that this went to court was Sargon of Akkad channel. He took, I can't remember her name. She copyright struck his video. It did go to court and he won, and he did get lawyer's fees in the judgment.
Ooh.
And he used almost her entire video with no commentary, and he still won.
Wow.
So I don't know if they don't do research, which I'm pretty sure they don't.
No, they don't.
They're the sovereign citizens are the law version of flat earthers.
Yeah.
They watch each other's videos.
Do your own research means watch somebody else say things on YouTube.
Yes.
So
Something I have been wondering about, because I'll be honest, we've spoken before, Schrodinger's cat. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I remember.
The first time we spoke, I honestly had no idea who you were. And recently, I have gotten into the habit of putting your channel on before I go to sleep and laughing at idiocy before I go to bed. And but one thing I haven't gotten to is I see that there are debates on your channel. How exactly does a debate with a sovereign citizen go? Like,
I haven't had a debate with a like a legit sovereign citizen. I had one debate with a First Amendment auditor fangirl, and that went terribly for her. The poor girl. I'm sure she's a nice girl, but brilliant she wasn't. And then I had a debate with a First Amendment auditor, and the first time he didn't show up, and we joked that he didn't show up because he was in jail. And it turns out he was in jail. So we rescheduled for when he got out of jail. And that didn't go well either. He's a legit homeless guy who does First Amendment auditors with his little phone. He lives in the woods. I mean, I'm not kidding. He lives in the woods, and he says he's homeless because he stopped using drugs. So it went almost exactly like a flat Earth debate goes. You know, when I used to have flat Earth debates, these they're almost the same people. They just went down a different side road than the flat earthers went down.
It was a different playlist on YouTube that somebody sent them is what happens, right?
Well, it turns out that he was also a flat earther.
Oh, geez.
To nobody's surprise.
Yeah. And so it ended up PhD Tony came on, joined the debate, and basically screamed at him for 30 minutes. So, you know how PhD Tony gets.
See,
that's what we love about him.
I like seeing PhD Tony get angry, but I hate being there when PhD Tony gets angry because I get angry with him. I'm like, listen to the fucking smart guy, you dumbass. Like,
well, the Flat Earth / First Amendment auditor said that basically he said peer review was a lie. And Tony took exception to that because he has written peer-reviewed papers.
Right.
And
the guy that knows nothing about peer review makes claims about peer review.
Yeah, the homeless guy that lives in the woods says peer review is a lie. And Tony took exception to that. And he came on and screamed at him. But even when PhD Tony is screaming, he's still making valid points. I don't know how you do that. Most people, when they lose their temper, it's just, some sort of just like insults or something. He still somehow manages to make cogent points, except when he's, I forget, there's a video of him out there and he's just screaming, "Yes, I fucking can." Because somebody said something about, well, you can't substantiate, whatever. And somebody clipped out just the part of Tony screaming at the top of his lungs, "Yes, I fucking can." I'm sorry for cussing on your channel, but that's funny.
Well, the reason I brought up sovereign citizen debates is because I imagine how a sovereign citizen debate would go is like, yeah, but you went to jail.
Right.
That would just be the entire debate, no matter what they said.
I don't know if you know who Artie is. Artie's Corporate Fiction is his channel name. He's an attorney. And he has debated, he's got debates on his channel where he's debated sovereign citizens. And it's basically them saying their conspiracy theory and then him bringing up the actual law that they're talking about and showing them where the law says what they says it doesn't say, and them doubling down on the conspiracy theory. Awesome.
So
they're all
a flat Earth debate.
Yeah, all of them are. Well, when I've debated the First Amendment auditors, and Artie's debated a First Amendment auditor. He debated Rogue Nation, and it went exactly the same way. He says, "Oh, I can film at the post office because of Poster 7," and then you show them what Poster 7 actually says, And then they say, but I can film at the post office because of poster 7. Like,
it's a religious belief that you can show them the fact and it doesn't matter.
yeah. Well, I had a video recently of a guy that he got arrested at the post office while filming. And he, in the course of that video, he actually he was at the post office and he's got his camera and he's holding it on poster 7 and he reads the part about filming. And he even read the part. Usually they stop halfway.
Yeah.
But he's so dumb. He actually read the part that says, except where prohibited by the postmaster, supervisor, or security staff. He actually read that part that said, you can film except when prohibited by these people. And then when the cop shows up, he's like, but poster 7. Like, what?
All right, Mr. Cat, Marvel Girl says, check your chat on Discord.
You know, I'm going to roast her tomorrow.
Text, so.
And this is one of the things we're going to be talking about during my roast. She's a stalker. Like, I'm pretty sure he's
kidding, by the way. Continue.
If I look out my balcony, she's probably in one of the hotel windows across the street with like binoculars. Or, you know, she's probably like parasailing out on the ocean out there with binoculars, like looking in my window. So where am I supposed to look, Tina? Discord?
Text, I think. So
look under your bed.
So all right, Jord, did you watch all of the debate there on Modern Day Debate?
Except for like the last 20 minutes, I ran downstairs to grab something to eat because I hadn't eaten all day after I got off work. But yeah, it was just hilarious. There were so many parts where it was just laughable. Like at one point he complained, he was like, I don't really think it's fair. You know, you brought all of this stuff because you know I'm new and I'm not prepared. And it's like, no, this is just the regular stuff MC2 brings to every single debate. The fact that you weren't prepared isn't unfair. It's just you weren't prepared.
Not fair. You brought evidence.
Not fair. You brought evidence. Exactly.
But he's been at this for 5 years and he couldn't do anything. He's like, I don't know how to screen share. You click the button on the bottom of the screen. It's not hard to screen share.
Like,
Marvel Girl wants to know if she can come on stream.
Oh, of course.
Because she's bored. But look at this. Can you see my phone screen?
Yeah.
8 new messages from Marvel Girl.
My goodness.
I'm telling you.
You already have a mom, don't you?
Yeah, and a wife. It's like we're going to address this tomorrow. This is going down. She's going to cry on her own stream, on her birthday stream where she's getting roasted.
You cannot make her cry.
I don't think she's capable of crying.
Oh.
She would just text me how angry she is 20 times. But you want me to? I can send her the link.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All right.
But yeah, too. Something else I thought was hilarious about the quote unquote debate was I don't even think Nathan Thompson still says 8 inches per mile squared. Like even the dumbest flirts have like abandoned that hill. You know, like
yeah.
I haven't heard that one in a long time. Like, and he says he's been at this for 5 years. Like, I don't believe that. Maybe, and who do you think his Papa Flurf is?
Nathan Thompson.
Yeah. I was thinking either him or Bob Nodell because he does sound kind of Bobbish. Yeah. Like just with the not making too many claims and like, oh, I'm just asking questions. I just have to disprove your model.
Yeah.
So
I think Nathan probably believes it. There's a bit of psychosis there. I'm not in any position to diagnose him, but I would be amazed if Bob is an actual real flat earther.
You see,
what's his motivation? He can't make that much to do it.
I don't know. But then I asked the same thing about First Amendment auditors. I'm like, you can't make that much money because some of these guys only have like 3, 4, 5,000 subscribers, but none of them have jobs and they seem to travel the country. Just like the flat earthers, like Nathan Thompson, he travels the country.
People send him money.
Well,
and he comes from an entitled family. His parents pay for his life, right? And people send him
did
money.
They?
Yeah. So
okay.
I think I saw somewhere, and so don't quote me.
Yeah.
That his mom said something about she still pays for his insurance on his car.
Jeez.
He's in his 30s, right?
Yeah. And Witsit Gets It. Him and some other flurfer are traveling the country.
Yeah.
They don't have jobs. They only have the money that people give them. And it can't be that much. It really can't. Unless you're like one of the really big First Amendment auditors, like, what's his name? James Freeman has like 150,000 subscribers. So I'm sure he's making, sufficient money off of it. But somebody with 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, they just can't be making. I mean, they get a super chat here and there, but I don't know how they make ends meet.
Something
I had to do this weird thing called going to college and getting a real job.
So all right, we have a question about, and Tim Osmond is in here. I haven't seen him for a while. I got an email from him a little bit ago too, so I haven't read it yet, Tim. Sorry, but he's saying
he's not a fan of mine. Last I heard.
Here's the deal. He brings up a good point. He says 8 inches per mile squared is correct for the right amount of distance, and he's right when used properly. 8 inches per mile squared does not predict the amount hidden. It predicts the amount of drop from a horizontal. If you can see the horizontal on both places, right? So if you're sighting across a distance and then you can see your station that you're pointing at, right? That you can use to get the amount that should be a drop from that, but it doesn't tell you anything about hidden. And that's why you can, but there is a way to use that in a prediction for the amount hidden. But no flat earther has ever used it correctly. And
for a short distance, the error bar is so small that it's basically indistinguishable from doing it the right way.
It's not that it's a parabola. That's not the problem with that formula. Now, I see Team Skeptics here, so here's the question. What is the procedure to predict the amount hidden using 8 inches per mile squared? Team?
Okay, so you said, what is the procedure to predict the amount hidden?
Using 8 inches per mile squared. Yeah.
Like, how does the math work?
Yeah, how can you use that to predict the amount hidden?
Oh. Well, I mean, it's still just a little bit of basic trigonometry.
I know you have to account for the height of I.
Well, yeah, you got, I mean, not trigonometry. I'm sorry, like it's Pythagoras theorem really to find the distance to the horizon. And then you just use a tangent line to redraw another triangle at the other side, given the distance away from that horizon. And then the height over the base of that triangle will be, or the base of that triangle should be the amount hidden.
I wasn't paying attention.
Were you really not? Okay, so let me because I think I kind of explained.
I'm working on a diagram here. Go out.
Yeah,
I'll pay
please
attention
do.
this time.
Okay, so you just use you can use Pythagoras theorem to find the distance from the observer to the optical horizon, the apparent horizon, given the observer height. You can then continue to draw that tangent line out using another triangle where the hypotenuse is the distance from the observer to the object, and the base of that triangle would be the amount hidden.
Right. So here
Exactly.
we have, yeah.
Exactly.
So, you have,
Just like that.
so step one, it's a two-step process. Step one is to get the distance to the horizon, right?
Right.
And again, if you ignore refraction, you will increase your margin of error, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So you first step one, you get that distance. Then this second part, you can use 8 inches per mile squared as an approximation for how much this is right here. This hidden
Right.
part. So
That's the base of the triangle.
yeah, good. So that's right. But they never do that. What they do is instead they take the number and they get some big number for the distance, which is way off because that's not right. But then they're like, well, I don't know what to do, so I'll just subtract it, right? So if there should be if there should be 1,000 feet hidden and their elevation is 500 feet, well, there should be 500 still hidden. Totally wrong way to do it.
Right. Yeah, team, we got to figure out why VMix doesn't like me joining your streams, because I'm on here just fine.
Yeah. No,
It's your-
convenient.
it's your
right.
camera.
Super. No,
I have to use a different
super
camera.
convenient. Super convenient.
Oh,
Schrodinger.
I see what's going on here.
The-
Conspiracy. We got ourselves
Conspiracy
a conspiracy
confirmed.
team Skeptic here.
Here's the thing.
Conspiracy confirmed.
MC Toon just obviously feeds his internet squirrels more.
Well, I'm using hotel internet, and that's what I was complaining, saying that it must be the hotel internet. But when I join a Google Meets or anything else besides VMix, I join just fine. But I try to do Whiskey Wednesday on Thursday, yesterday.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Skeptic.
Throw it in on Thursday. Go ahead and poke the fun.
And
Yeah, no big deal.
It was roboting so bad I couldn't even I couldn't make heads or tails of what anybody was saying. So instead, I'm doing Whiskey Friday.
Oh wow. I still
So-
have some whiskey left from last night. I might sip one or two with you.
There you
There's
go.
got to be an alcohol that starts with F that you can substitute. Can't
I
think of
didn't
one.
catch that.
I said there's got to be an alcohol that starts with F that you can substitute. Whiskey Friday doesn't quite roll off the tongue like whiskey.
Oh yeah. God, what is a whiskey that starts with, or alcohol that starts with F?
Uh,
There isn't one. I can't think of one.
There's no alcohol that starts with F. Is
Liquor.
that what you're saying?
I'm trying to think of one.
All right, chat. Give us a help here.
Fireball.
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 Fireball. There you go. Fireball
There we go.
Friday.
That's a brand of liquor. Come on now. We can do better than that.
Frangelico?
We're not, we're not fucking like
Frangelico's
college
amazing.
girls, okay? We're not college girls. We're not doing Fireball Friday.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Fireball is, if you can't afford Goldschlager, then you buy Fireball.
Yeah, right.
So
And if that's your
Oh.
decision in life, you've done something wrong to be put in that position.
yeah. So yeah, remember the time, Tune, that I was on your channel, or you were on my channel, one or the other, and I got a little hammered. Well,
Yeah, that was that when we called CC and went on other sovereign citizens live streams?
yeah.
And trolled them? Yeah.
Oh, somebody sent me a phone number today to a sovereign citizen. He read it out on one of his streams. And so this subscriber of mine has been texting back and forth with him. And he sent me the video that's got the phone number in it. It's actually one of my videos about the guy that's got a phone number in it. And I've never really thought about it. And I was like, I'm going to call him on a stream. Because he's an insane flat earther. He's the one that called the school district and the lady didn't tell him the answer that he wanted to hear. And so he said that he was charging her $1 million. Yeah.
For calling her, he charged her $1 million.
No. He was saying that they're making the children wear masks and that's going to cause hypoxia. Actually, I used a clip of your video where you had the oxygen, the O2 sensor on. I used that in the video to show like it doesn't cause hypoxia.
So let me get this right. You used my near-death experience for your own financial gain.
I I do
Probably
get-
not, because I don't think that video was monetized because he has a potty mouth.
No.
I want to say if you were making a Team Skeptic video, a mask video, and you had to choose a Team Skeptic clip, why didn't you use the a fucking furry can wear a mask clip and
Yeah,
instead
Yeah.
of
They
one
can
that
go for
actually had
hours.
substance?
Oh.
that's one of my favorite ones
Yeah.
that I've ever
Speaking
done.
of furries, on Tuesday, I've confirmed it now.
Oh no.
I've
Mallory?
confirmed furry Flurfat Mallory versus Jon Snow.
So you're having Team Skeptic versus Jon Snow.
That's right. Team Skeptic with a voice without the voice changer versus Jon
But
Snow.
Mallory,
I had to
can
I have to
whistle.
check with my dad.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Mallory can whistle, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've been
That was
playing
his-
this whole time.
yeah.
I've been lying just
If
to
that
promote
is
no,
that,
here's-
that lie.
character,
Here's what happens. The whistling, Team can whistle, but when he has the voice changer on it, it cuts it out.
ah,
That's why.
He's right.
so yeah, if Mallory is a real person and that's not a character, she's a sweet
Excuse
girl.
me?
She's
I
just,
am real.
Something I will say,
Wait, what's going on?
I have her on Facebook. And MC Toon, did you know that she's in the group we met in? Under a
Grindr?
different
I
the
don't
Do You
know.
Even Science Bro with Simon Ramos.
Oh,
She was
Yeah.
active in that group during
she's on all of them.
like so if this is an act, she's had it up for a long time. is
Oh,
all
she
I'm-
has, yeah.
That's all I'm-
how do
I've
y'all,
talked to
how do y'all
some
just
people.
skip over my joke that y'all met on Grinder? That was a perfectly good joke. How do we just glaze over that?
Oh no. I actually met MC Toon on Fiverr. There's this
The
there's this
Fiverr version
one
of
you
Grindr.
gotta go
Wait,
to
where
a
do I
special
get
part of the
this?
website to get to what I offer on Fiverr.
It's from
It actually has been moved
Team
to
Skeptics members
OnlyFans
only.
at this moment.
Yeah, my OnlyFans is going nuts right now.
yeah,
No,
OnlyFans.
no. We need an only teams. Just
So-
the same picture of Team Skeptic in a mankini every day.
Yeah, team. I don't know if you heard if you were listening earlier, but I got a third copyright strike today.
What?
Yeah. So unless I beat one of them, my channel is going to be gone very soon.
Did you reach out to attorney Robert Reed?
This just happened today. I did the counter notification, but I'm going to reach out to him tomorrow
Okay.
and get that going. Because they're just people have told me that they've been on auditor live streams where they've talked about coordinating flagging my channel.
Yeah, and also I believe same thing happened to Van recently, didn't it?
All of us are battling the copyright strikes right now.
Well, I'm
Because
about
they're
to come
making-
in, enter into that arena with you guys too. When I come back from my
Yeah.
little mini break, I'm coming back hardcore against Sovsets and First Amendment auditors.
Well,
Fuck
what
them.
they have figured out is that there's no repercussions for it because YouTube is not smacking their little behind when they make false DMCA claims. So they figured out that they can do it with impunity. And if they lose, no big deal. They just wait till your next video about them and then they copyright strike it again because nothing's going to happen to them. So
Yeah, but
yeah, I'm in
you could
real
probably
danger of losing
you
my
could-
channel right now.
Yeah. You're at a point now in your career that your monthly income is significant enough to make it like a civil matter, a civil matter
Yeah,
that can.
no, I'm
so like,
definitely-
have you thought about maybe putting reverse filing lawsuits on them
Yes.
for the civil harm of frivolous lawsuits and DMCA
that's what-
takedowns?
Yeah, we
'Cause I
talked
think you
about
have that right.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier in this stream, but yeah, I make a not insignificant amount of money every month from YouTube.
Yeah, even just people that make like $1,000 a month, that's significant over a year's period of time. And when they
Yeah.
lose that due to frivolous lawsuits or for these false DMCA claims, it makes it a
Yeah.
civil matter.
Yeah, I make a lot more than $1,000 a month, and that's where I'll leave that. But
All right, let me read a couple things here. If I can interrupt the
I'm
Oh, man.
doing a Brady Beaver here tonight, just talking.
yeah. All right, Saeed Ahmed says, was there more of a backstory between you two, or were you pressing because the arguments were crap? Just saying, you are now Savage Tune. No, there's no backstory. I never spoke to him before tonight. The Ryan that I debated. It was I'm on somebody else's channel. I'm a little, I was excited. I was all hopped up on Tab. Right.
You're a vicious debater. You're probably, you don't like get all animated, and you kind of like slide the knife between the ribs into the heart.
Something I will say, if we were mentioning earlier about how PhD Tony can be screaming and making
Right
at the same time. That's kind of like
No, he doesn't.
Boxer throwing haymakers the whole time.
That's what I was talking about.
Yes,
Play that again.
That exact clip, we mentioned that earlier. MC Toon, he's not much like a boxer. He's more like a out puncher, fucking take it, like dodging every punch and just landing select little jabs here and there. And I don't know.
Yeah, play that clip again, Toon, because I was just talking about that exact
That
clip.
was team.
It has the F word in it. I'm sorry for playing it before.
Well, you guys have.
I broke it first, so
Let me say, I have another channel, and I'm gonna put like after shows. I'm gonna move them to there so people don't, so they're not like sorted in with the debates on my channel. So
The MC Toon After Dark.
yeah, I'm gonna spell it MCTWON.
Well, let me just say right now
that's not a free range to just let your
yeah, no, I completely understand.
your Navy self
Hey,
go.
no, for sure.
Bro.
Yeah, I won't do that at all.
Bro.
And Tony, PhD Tony, please, you are not allowed to cuss on this channel. Understand?
Yes, I fucking can.
Tony, no, you can't. Okay.
Yes, I fucking
No,
can.
Tony, stop it. He just said no free reign. You are not allowed to do. Stop cussing on the channel, Tony, please.
Yes, I fucking can.
Tune, he will not listen. I'll stop talking to him. I apologize.
You cannot reason with him.
I can imagine just hearing conversations between him and his thesis advisor.
oh god.
He goes, he's in the chat. He goes, warn your viewers to step away from heavy equipment if you're gonna play samples of my voice.
Oh,
All right,
we
that's
love you, PhD.
that was
Tony.
one super chat. All right, next one. RT96 for $5 says, accepting this super chat acknowledges your consent to create joinder with me under threat, coercion, and duress. All rights reserved.
On the record, for the record, let the record reflect.
I love that. They think that there's magical incantations that mean things. Fohammer says Fuzzy Navel Friday. Apparently you are
fuzzy navel. That's a
But
that's a lady
that's
drink.
not an alcohol.
Yeah.
That's a mix.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I was
that's a
gonna
ladies'
say,
drink.
if you guys let Fuzzy Navel Friday slip and you wouldn't settle on Fireball Friday, I have some judgments to make.
Yeah.
well. I mean,
I'd rather-
I guess if you were wanted to embrace your mid-40s female side, you do you.
Yeah, if I'm going out like a chump, I'm going out on some Fireball,
Yeah.
not fuzzy
Just-
navel.
Just go back to like college years.
But
Yeah,
I mean, that's
cinnamon schnapps, isn't it? And that
Oh.
clearly that is Fohammer's choice, drink of choice. But
Yes. Let the record show, let the record reflect that Fohammer drinks Fuzzy Navels and Fireball.
Yeah, that's primarily why I don't talk
Well,
to Fohammer anymore.
when-
One day he showed up on camera with a fuzzy navel. I was like, put that away now.
he warms up. He pre-games on Cosmopolitans. So,
Pre-game. I haven't heard that term in a while.
He sells
Uh,
his hangovers with Bloody Mary.
Uh,
Oh, jeez, that's a great way to
Oh
solve
man,
it.
there's actually been a few people who have recommended that I bring Ted back for a regular appearance because we had a good time just hanging out with my friend Ted.
Ted.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Toon, for reminding me you don't watch my shit.
Was it your 12-hour overnight stream?
No,
He's
I
had
did
multiple
not
of
watch
those.
that one.
no. Hey, Schrodinger, I took your advice. I said there will be a last call
A
at
hard
a
stop.
particular time, and we will stop. We even stopped before then, but only because I was fading fast. Not even gonna
Yeah.
lie.
The last Whiskey Wednesday that I was actually on, that I connected and everything was great. I went to bed, and the next morning my wife texted me and she's like, team is still streaming.
No,
It was like,
Oh,
you were streaming for like 9 hours or some shit.
oh no, 15, bro.
Oh, 15. Okay.
15, 14 or 15. I don't remember which it is, but I stopped on the dot. I think it was 15.
wow.
And YouTube only put up 12 hours of the stream. I'm very disappointed. The last 3 hours were golden.
You probably didn't want that last 3 hours surviving.
I want, oh my God, the last 3 were beautiful. Amazing philosophical Skeptic came out.
Oh, what I meant, well, what I was talking about earlier, Tune, was the time that I got hammered on your stream. Well, Team and I had an incident. We were on, it was me, him, and Artie, and we both got hammered. And apparently it was really funny because the audience seemed to like it. I got a lot of messages that said that was some funny shit. So yeah, me and Team, if we ever hang out in real life and go to the bar, it's gonna be bad.
It's
Oh.
gonna. I'll at least have you there to watch me. Okay, you can control me and not let me do something stupid
I
like
could
I
definitely
did.
carry you out there. What are you, like 95 pounds?
Not
97.
No.
Okay,
No.
97.
Look, when he
I
turns,
have weight. God,
when
man.
he look, when I was there, when you were sideways, and I'm like, "Where'd you go? Where'd you go?" And he
He
turns
just
back.
disappears.
Over
He turns
here.
back, and I'm like, "How did you do that?" Like, yeah,
Team
when he was in the
Skeptic-
military, he didn't wear camouflage. He just turned sideways.
Yeah, he would be a great special operator.
Yeah.
Like just
Thank
flip
you.
sideways and
I
you can-
appreciate the confidence in my
The only
my
problem-
ability to not reflect light.
Yeah, the only problem with Team Skeptic is he can't drive with the windows down in the car or else he'll blow out.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
no, they have special seat belts for people my size. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
glad they fixed
pipe
that.
cleaners. He just wraps a pipe cleaner around himself in the seat and twists it.
Oh, all right. Hey, here we got Microraptor for 50 secs. Says by my dad. Does he mean Craig or his daddy?
Oh,
Team?
Wait, my dad.
When you say
I think he's probably older than Craig.
yeah, well,
I
see,
am
you
much
were,
wiser.
You were pretending that you were not, or you were, or were not Mallory for a second there and mentioned your
Oh.
dad, which was
No,
the
no,
guy
no,
that
I'm
came on the debate.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who, my dad? Yes. He's right here.
Oh, her dad was a
Hello.
dick.
Hello.
That's how he actually.
Mallory's dad. Satan.
You sound like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
I'm sorry, let me put you on speaker.
Say it puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Skin, or it gets the hose again.
You put way too much effort into that for my
Oh.
liking.
That's somebody says. Does that mean there's a cream Mallory?
Oh,
I don't
no,
know.
we can't go there. We can't
Nope,
talk about that.
Do not go there.
we
No.
Christian channel, guys. Christian
Yeah.
channel. Calm down.
All right, we got a Fog Repair Shop Akashi says someone should sue YouTube for allowing this now.
It'll never happen.
Yeah, no. YouTube is Google, and
Yeah.
they've got an army of lawyers. So good luck.
Yeah, here's the thing. Okay, so YouTube has to give minimal interference in this process, because this process, they're not a publisher, they're just a platform.
Right.
So they have minimal involvement in this process. Now, YouTube's gotten much better. They will step in now and say, someone attempted to put a copyright strike on your channel, but we believe it to be covered under fair use for very obvious cases. However, when it comes to cases that actually do have merit or need to be handled by someone that's not just the platform, then the way it works is when the person files the claim, if YouTube even says maybe they have a case, they step away and they allow it to move forward. That then goes as a strike. That's YouTube's responsibility, is to strike that immediately and remove it because there's been a claim of copyright infringement.
Right.
The
and
other
that's
person,
what they're using to their advantage against me.
Right. So then it's on, like, for in Schrodinger's case right here, it's then on him to counter the claim. Now, see, this is the easy part of the process. This part of the process costs no money, and this is why people abuse it. They abuse it so they can make an attempt at getting your personal information, because it asks for your personal information when you get those copyright strikes.
Yeah, and the person who strikes you, they get your name and address and email address. Yeah.
Oh, so, your street address.
Yes.
So then, but YouTube then has to say, okay, there's been a counterclaim. So at that point, either the person who's making the counterclaim continues to break the law, which if they really broke the law, the courts will file against them or will find against them, or it was a false copyright strike and the courts will see that as well. So at that point, it's the onus is on the person who's making the claim that the copyright has been infringed. And at that point, they have 30 days to show that they are taking it to an actual, or maybe 60. I don't know.
No, it's 10 business days.
Oh, now it's 10. Okay. When it happened with Daniel Pratt, I believe it was 60 days that he had to respond back to me with an official court case that was filed locally in his federal district. I think it was, because it goes federal, and he didn't do it, obviously, but he almost got the information. Thank you, lawyer Robert Reed. Yeah.
But the thing is, for example, the video that got taken down today had 100,000 views. And that's not an insignificant amount of money. That was somewhere around $600-700 of revenue that had made so far. Now all of that revenue is held in escrow, and for the amount of time that video is down, it's not making any. And if it goes back up, then it's an old video that's not in the algorithm the way it would be if it had been, circulating the entire time. So no matter what, they're still costing you money, even when the video gets put back up.
Yeah.
And YouTube is not doing their due diligence in punishing these people for making false copyright claims.
Now that I'll agree with. While they do need to really stay out of the process as it happens, they need to be able to be more aware and identify these people who are actually abusing the process for their own personal benefit. Some of that benefit turns out to be nefarious strikes as well.
Yeah. Give them strikes or
that's what
like
I would love to see. Yeah, reverse the strike onto them.
So I saw this writing on the wall, so I started a backup channel. PayPal Patty has struck a video on my main channel, Schrodinger's Cat, and he struck a video on my backup channel, Schrodinger's Nation. Both of those. So I've got 2 strikes I'm fighting from him right now. Now, if I won both of those, that should be 2 strikes against his channel, but it's not going to be.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a channel that's News Now Schrodinger's Cat?
That should be my next one.
Very
That's
cool.
like gotta be
But,
the dumbest trend I've seen in naming
It's
channels.
really weird.
News now.
Well,
News
the
now.
flat earthers all have truth on their title.
Oh
Yeah.
well.
But
Yeah,
how are
as soon as you
how are
see
they
somebody
news?
that has truth, you
Right.
know they're a flat earther.
right? Except for
Almost guaranteed.
Speak Truth, who was a flatter.
He was, yeah.
So-
so it fit. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
still broke the flat Earth paradox, though. The truth
Yeah.
paradox Simon Dan set up. He's at least the first one I know that broke it.
That
Yeah.
broke what?
The
The truther paradox.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any channel with truth in its name is guaranteed to
Hold
spread anything
on.
but.
No. That's like that I would go against you on that one, Jord. All right, I'm gonna go against you because I'm gonna say it like this. He's a great dude. He's come out of that stupidity and he's done well for himself, and that's awesome. But the truth that's in his channel was because he was a flat earther and looking for the truth. Now he found the truth in reality, and that's great. He should be commended for that. And he should never change his channel name, but that's not where the truth comes from. The truth comes from being in that state of mind of seeking out the truth that's somewhat not reality, like flat earth truth.
I can agree with that.
You know what I mean, though? I'm not, I'm jokingly
what you're
disagreeing with you, but that's why I'm like, it's awesome that he came out of it. I'm not taking anything away from that, but it's funny that, that he had truth in his name, and he's one of the people that are exactly what we were talking about.
Right.
Who
Yeah.
had that trend going on of having truth in their name and being flat earthers or hollow earthers or aliens or anti-maskers.
Hey,
Well-
just a second. So you see, I've got right here. Look at this. I've got the kitty cat right there, just sitting on the end of the chair. Look at her. That's Raccoon.
That's funny. She looks just like the cat that went missing the day you left my house.
Yep. Well, what are you gonna do? Come get her. Come.
Will you please freeze dry and mail my cat back to me?
Absolutely. Now if it doesn't fit in one box, I'll ship it in two. Which reminds me, my friend had a cat, that he named that a pet cat. He named Two Jar Cat because it would not fit in one. But then after the movie came out, and you'll know in a second what movie I'm talking about, he renamed the cat from Two Jar Cat to Jar Jar Cat.
Ah,
There we go.
Oh my God. Toon, I think I found a new nerd hobby and I really want to get into collecting these. Have you seen the replica lightsabers for
God.
Star Wars?
No.
Oh my God. I think I want to start collecting, man.
And
Wow.
they're the ones that come with like the sheaths the blades that are like made to hit stuff with, like, so they're durable and stuff. And
So these
Yeah.
are not as durable. These are more collector's items, but they do have some that are that you can do full contact like fencing with.
my buddy had a set of those, and he would actually like go to like conventions and stuff and do it, and it was crazy. I just thought it was cool holding a lightsaber, and he was over there doing all types of twists and throwing it up in the air and catching it, and I was just like, I'm a Jedi.
I was at GameStop 2 days ago,
of course.
and hush, Schrodinger.
Of course you were.
Wow.
I hear their stock's pretty hot right now.
It is.
They're a
It is.
Fortune 500 company somehow, right?
Well,
That's
so
crazy.
there was a couple of things that I saw that I wanted. Of course, me and
Go
my son
Riley
have
quick.
always been big like collectors of
My son and I.
your son and I what?
I was just correcting your grammar. Sorry.
I know what you were doing, but you continue on.
No, team, you should have said your son and you what?
No, yeah. No, I said my son and I what? Yeah. I thought he was going to continue
What?
my story for me.
You said me and my son.
My son and me. Okay, my son and me
No,
were
it's my son and I.
I know what it is, man. My son and I, grammar police officer
The
Schrodinger
trick-
cat.
Look, the trick is that if the first and second part of the preposition, not the subject, don't make sense in the sentence alone, then doesn't make sense as a sentence together.
That's correct.
I go to the place, my son goes to the place, my son and I go to the
Have
place.
you ever heard Bella
Right.
Charge talk? He says me stuff all the time. He's like, me kiddo.
I actually, yeah, I think I have. I've heard him on your gaming channel, I think.
Exactly. So it is in certain dialects, it actually does make sense. But I would like to let the grammar police know that I'm not traveling or I'm not driving down the grammar highway. I'm only traveling. So please don't write me a ticket for my
You're detained until further
mispronunciations.
notice.
Grammar is one of the only things that I can confidently correct people on. So give me this, okay?
But yeah, so I was in GameStop and there's a Harley Quinn like 6'3" full like model kind of. It's
Yeah,
like a collector's model.
And you bought it, and
Yeah.
No, I didn't buy
you
it.
should-
I didn't
you
buy
should
it.
end that
You rented it?
conversation right there.
I rented it. No, I didn't even do that. I just asked the lady, I was like, can I check the stock out by myself, please?
Yeah. I want to take this into the back room for like 5 minutes.
It was already in the back room. That was the badass part. She actually took me back there to show it to me. And that's where I was like, I think she thought me and her were going to get it on. And then I saw the Harley Quinn thing and I was like, ma'am, may I have a few minutes with the Harley Quinn statue by herself?
Did you
I need
call her
some time.
Mrs. Robbie?
I need some time with my client.
No, but they also had the Iron Man one, but that was 11 grand. And then they had a Thor one that was 5,500. Oh, it was beautiful though. It was like 7 foot tall Iron Man. These are like full body things, you know what I mean? They're not like posters or anything like that. It's all metal and it's really badass. Even the Harley Quinn one, which they were having on sale for like 1,800, it was really badass too. She looked all scary and shit, like her face was all fucked up. It was pretty cool.
Mike Miller
Probably
says,
after what you did to her. But
Especially after what I did to her.
Mike Miller says Harley Quinn isn't 6'3". She's
It was
5'4".
yes,
God.
and Iron Man isn't 7 foot tall, but these were really big statues. Thor was like 7 or 8 feet tall, and his is a pretty badass statue.
Angel Gamer says, I'm still mentally scarred from the Star Trek cartoon animal on animal action from Team Skeptic stream last night.
What? I know. Okay, so
I don't
Gail
know.
Cord
well,
Schuler.
I don't
that
know if we
horrible
want to
person.
explore this.
Maybe it's good that I wasn't there.
But then he
Yeah.
said Gail Cord Schuler. Oh, she's-
Schrodinger, she in her fantasy love fiction that she wrote about herself,
Oh, that's
there
right,
were
yeah.
cats.
Who is
that
she?
were-
Gail Cord Schuler.
She is crazy, bro. You
Okay.
gotta go check her out.
I don't know who this is, but
Gail-
the next
look.
person that super chats $20, team and I'll take a shot. Just saying.
Oh, I'll do that.
I have work in the morning, but I will also do that. I'm not on camera, but
I'll jump on
So-
camera
so
just
for-
so everybody can see me do it.
So for people
Well,
that
not
don't know,
just
Gail
saying.
Cord Schuler is she's wacky. She thought that
She was the one that attacked the FBI with her dildos that had lasers.
Oh, Jesus.
no, I
What?
don't no, that's
That's
not.
a terrible idea.
She thinks that she's married to Brent Spiner.
Oh, I know this chick.
Yes.
Okay.
In her fantasy love fiction, it was it had fucking LeVar Burton was also in there, and Jordy LaForge. She was like, tell
All
us
right.
about the story. And,
Oh,
and he's
oh.
like, Jordy, this happened. I went there and Patrick Stewart gave me a drink and it was spiked and I don't remember anything. And I forgot who exactly she said, but there was a lady in the story and she's like, she raped me. And he was like, how do you know she raped you? He goes, because when the drugs started to wear off, all the memories came back. She I was like, I'm not gonna get like that. It started like that and went to animals. And at some point I was like, okay, we're done listening to this crazy lady.
I will be right back. Give me 2 seconds.
All right. We've got a Mike Billars for $20.
Oh my god, that was quick.
Says drink, Nancy.
Hold on, give me a second and I'll get on camera. So get
All
your
right, while
shot
he's
ready.
doing that, my stalker has texted me again to tell everybody about my merch that's on my channel and to subscribe to Schrodinger's Nation, my backup channel, which is the and maybe a very real necessity soon. And my
Got a
backup
little
channel's
better
already
sound.
got like almost 2,000 subscribers, so that's pretty good.
What merch do you have? Is it
It's
Poster 7?
oh, it should be a t-shirt with Poster 7 on it, but it's just different little Schrodinger's cat emojis on t-shirts and beanies and babies onesies and
I bet you sell a lot of the babies onesies. Yeah.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
because
of course.
you want to know whether your baby's dead or alive.
Yep.
Oh, hey, MC Toon, do you notice anything different about me?
Oh God! Oh,
You got a hat on.
No, man, I always have a hat on.
Next time.
Let's see. Your
Team.
microphone is not broke.
They look nice, team.
Oh, hold on. Gandhi. I saw
I
your
have glasses.
I saw. Thanks for
You
reminding
changed my life.
Thanks for reminding you that you don't watch your streams
Thank you.
because
I accidentally poured too much in this glass.
I was
Yeah.
on
Big shot.
your first stream where you had those glasses, and I showed up like this saying, "Since I've been to Texas, I haven't been able to find my glasses."
Yeah.
And then I put these on.
Obtained.
Remember?
No, I do not remember. When did this
that's
happen?
right. It was on a Wednesday.
No, it did not happen on a Whiskey
What do we got?
Wednesday. That
So what
did
did
not
everybody got?
happen.
Yes.
That happened.
Yes, it did.
Oh, remember it. It was beautiful.
Where'd
Good
you-
job.
where'd you- oh,
Thank
you
you
did.
for.
Where'd you? Let's see. Did you get them from what website?
Gunner.
Gunner.
Grinder.
No. I told you that in confidence. Gunner, Gunnar, I believe.
Okay.
They have actually a bunch of really cool glasses, and these are actual computer screen, blue screen glasses.
All right.
And I've been complimented several times after wearing them. Thank you very much for turning me on to being a nerd. Like,
Hey, anything that
They
covers
look
part of your
nice on
face
you,
is
man.
good.
shut up, Schrodinger.
People are wondering if you could put glasses over your teeth in the chat. I mean, I don't
Asking for a friend.
Can you put
don't
glasses?
blame the messenger here.
Can you put glasses on the way you say antenna?
Actually?
And
Oh, look! I just saw in chat somebody's asking for. Says, speaking of Jordy LaForge, can we get Jordy LaForge's visor over Team's mouth? Don't shoot the messenger.
I hate everyone.
Okay. So anyway, what's everybody got, boys? I would come on camera, but I look absolutely.
I got
horrible.
Southern Comfort.
I'm drinking from the Crown that I didn't actually finish last night.
I don't have any whiskey. I only have some Don Julio Blanco.
I have not anything. My house is currently dry.
That's moonshine. Come on.
Me and Schrodinger. Let's go.
Oh, see, I
Ready?
see what you did there. All right, waiting on you.
Mm.
I don't know if
Oh, Mute Donkey says just ask Team to wear the mask again.
Yeah.
There we go. That solves the problem.
Oh.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I have not only used that clip, but I've referenced when you did that little test multiple times. So that was really good.
That test.
At the risk of giving you a compliment.
What
Why
test?
would you ever?
So he had a live stream.
Oh, with the mask on and his O2 sensor.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you, I appreciate your compliment. It's nowhere near the amount of compliment I deserve to receive, but thank you for trying.
Something I did want to ask, team. if you don't want to mention it, it's just let me know. But you mentioned a while back in a stream of yours or something that you were getting a vacuum chamber. I haven't seen anything
Yeah.
about that on your channel.
It's in Houston. It's in Houston. I have to go down there and get it.
Awesome. I was
So-
I'm really looking forward to some of the stuff you could do with that.
Yeah, he had it sent to News Now Houston's house. and that's
Yes,
where
I
he
did.
picked it up from.
Yeah, well, test number 1 was going to be what happens to a cat in a vacuum chamber, right?
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
No, I think test number 2 should be, can you fit team in a vacuum chamber? And then test number 3 would be what happens to team in a vacuum chamber. Because I think he'd just crumple up, like he'd just collapse under his own weight.
So my cat in a vacuum hypothesis is that a cat, after being in a vacuum for a certain amount of time, is easier to dehair. So I've already had several cats use as controls, and I'm anxiously waiting for my vacuum chamber so I can make that test happen.
And the thing
Schrodinger,
is,
you're first.
you gotta get a radioactive material and hook it up to put it behind the box so it can be a Schrodinger's cat for that experiment too.
I'm actually wearing a T-shirt right now that says it's a wanted poster, and it says "Wanted Schrodinger's cat, dead and alive."
That's nice. I love that.
Somebody sent me a picture of Neil deGrasse Tyson wearing it, so I had to do a search, and I found it and I bought one.
There was a Schrodinger's cat joke. I'm trying to remember it. It's like right on the tip of my tongue, but
There's so many, and I get them like all of my subscribers are constantly sending me jokes. It was like it was one like a little comic that used to be in the newspaper back in the day, and it was like a Schrodinger's cat joke, and the guy goes, "Oh, that joke is so overused," and then he goes, "Or is it?"
It is both over and underused
Right.
in many timelines.
the one that keeps coming to mind is like the first one I heard before I even knew what Schrodinger's cat was Schrodinger's cat walks into a bar and doesn't.
Yeah, I've seen that one too. Yeah.
But there was one, it was actually kind of raunchy if I remember, but I just can't think of it.
All right, rather than tell that one, Why Kick a Mook House says, I think Dubé deleted his Twitter. I don't know if he did or not because he blocked me when I challenged him to debate. He's so brave. But ODD TV has backed his man Dubé and thinks that he would let me read it. Eric would slaughter anybody on the plane that wants to try and make a case for the imaginary globe. Of course.
Well, we're never going to be able to prove that now, are we?
I responded to that and silence and several other people, but I put that in the chat just now. So if anybody wants to go and let ODD TV think, know what you think about either him or Dubé not agreeing to debate me because they're so brave, I guess. Just go ahead. Just hit.
Well, that works because that's how I got Maryland Spirit Level to debate me. Is I was on a live stream and there was a pretty good number of people on there, and I'm saying, and I said, I'm not saying to email Maryland and ask her why she won't debate me, but I'm not saying don't do that. And apparently, a significant number of people emailed her, and that's how we did the debate on your channel.
Yeah. And you know how that worked out was
she's gone. She's no longer, she hasn't posted anything in a year.
Oh yeah. But here's the thing. That came about because Jesse Kozlowski sent me a message and said, hey, I would like to invite Maryland Spirit Level to debate me. How about you do a coffee with a flat earther with her to just kind of
ease her into it, yeah.
Lay the framework so that she trusts you and you have a good relationship and then he was good. But then I asked him after I did that, and he's like, I don't think so. So it laid the framework for you to do it, and
yeah,
now she's.
Well, how do you like the fact that she was the one that said no cussing, And I said, okay, we'll do it on MC Tune's channel. He doesn't like the cussing. And then she was the only person in that entire live stream with the three of us that cussed.
I know.
That was great. But yeah, she is gone. She has not posted anything. She's got 2 channels and hasn't posted anything in over a year.
Oh.
I did want to say something about ODD TV earlier. I actually subjected myself to the Level movie, and
Oh yeah.
Oh,
well, while it was hilarious for all the wrong reasons, I think the funniest point of that is when ODD TV challenged Neil deGrasse Tyson to debate Eric Dubay, and it's just like,
Eric Dubay won't show
Eric
up for
in
that.
this? Like, Eric's in this, right? Like,
Eric won't debate a lower level debunker like me. Like, he's obviously not going to debate Neil deGrasse Tyson. Everybody in the entire community has challenged Eric Dubay to a debate. He won't debate anybody.
and I want to think how funny it would be to just. I would like to see Neil deGrasse Tyson go full PhD Tony on a flat earther.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine?
There's
That
no
would be-
upside for him, though.
Yeah. He doesn't have time. Like,
Yeah. He's
He
literally
does.
the director of a planetarium.
right. Busy
Not
man.
just any planetarium, like one of the premier planetariums in the world.
And you got to think about it. He's also a media personality. You know,
Right.
He's got a Talk podcast. He's got a lot of projects on the side. He writes books. He's a busy man. Like,
There's plenty of big names that have challenged Eric Dubay.
Yeah.
Conspiracy Cats. I think Simon Dan even challenged him to a debate.
Simon
No?
Dan has not challenged anybody to a flat earth.
Okay.
debate. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Simon
still-
doesn't debate flat earthers.
Yeah, I thought he made an exception for Eric Dubay, but I could be wrong. But
Simon Dan challenged Eric Dubay to debate me on his
Yes.
channel
that's right.
3
Yeah,
times,
that's right.
3 weeks in a row. And
That's where I'm
silence.
screwing it up.
Yeah.
But either if I had to pick anybody to debate him, it would be you or Conspiracy Cats, because both of you guys are like the nicest people. And like I said,
Oh, I'd love to see
slip the
Cats, yeah.
dagger in between the ribs. Like,
Yeah, but Eric Dubay is a master of martial arts. They might not be tough enough to debate him.
I brought up flat earth debates as like fighting styles. If MC Toon is the sneak puncher, PhD Tony is the heavyweight boxer, Conspiracy Cats is definitely Way of the Drunken Master Monk. Like,
Oh, let me on point here. Let me read this from Fohammer I missed earlier. He says Toon slides the cold blued steel in between the second and third intercoastal and twists.
yeah, no, I honestly, yeah, and Conspiracy Cats the same way. Oh, by the way, let me plug again the roast of a Marvel girl tomorrow on her channel, because Conspiracy Cats will be one of the roasters. It's myself,
Oh.
Conspiracy Cats, Ragical.
When is that?
You would think I would know that off the top
Yeah.
of my head,
Well,
but I'm on Hawaii time, so it's all
Oh.
jacked up.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this: at 4 p.m. Central Time, which is I don't know for you, don't care. 10 p.m. in the UK. Tomorrow, Saturday. This is an unusual schedule. I'm debating Sizzle Deft. He is in South Africa, and I just made that video live, so you can go and see it. So tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central, which is 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, or 10 p.m. UK time. Sizzle
Yeah.
Deft. Sizzle.
I'm not sure if that
Deft.
overlaps or not, It may or may not. It's going to be close.
Yeah,
But-
and I don't want to pull people from your live stream, so I'm sorry if.
It's not my live stream. It's on her channel. So
Oh, okay.
as
No.
if you could pull people from my live stream. That's
Yeah, as if.
I'm just joking.
That's, oh my god, I love the confidence tune.
no.
Definitely love
I
that.
would do it even. I would put it on even more if Artie was here because it just infuriates him.
Since we're chilling stuff right now, I probably have to go soon because I got work in the morning. Everybody, before I leave, go check out Globers and Goblins. I'm put it in the chat. Obligatory chill for the thing that I am involved in, and I gotta get out of here. So you guys have a good
Take
night.
care, bro.
It was nice talking
Yeah.
to all of you.
All right, Jord, we'll see you.
Yep. Later,
Yeah.
y'all.
That's one of the reasons you come on other people's channel is to show your stuff.
Oh, I'm a little preoccupied with something I cannot tell you about, but it's fantastic. So if I'm a little
It's Grindr.
distracted, that's why it's not Grindr.
Hey, your cat's just chilling back there.
Yeah. Well, the the door's shut, so she can't go anywhere.
Ah,
Yeah.
it does look like Team Skeptic's cat, though.
It does.
Yeah, just saying, not saying.
This cat is.
I'm over here waiting for
smaller.
the cat to blink. I trained it
Yeah,
to blink
yeah.
if it's in trouble.
Yeah, blink
But it's
twice if
looking
you're
at the
going to call
wall.
the cops.
I'm just afraid Toon has threatened the cat and said, if you look at the camera and blink at one time, ending the show and
Yeah.
no food, no kibbles and bits for a week.
Going straight to the Chinese restaurant.
That's right.
They don't use cats. They use rats. Come on.
No, we were talking about feeding Chinese food to the cat as a form of punishment. What are you thinking about?
I actually had a Thai restaurant up on DoorDash. I was thinking about getting some dinner. It's about 6:00 here.
Sorry, I think I got what I needed for that. It's funny. I can't tell you, but it's funny.
I hate when people do that.
Yeah, me too.
I'll do a video on it sometime. It'll be... Oh, I love it. I'm sorry.
The last person that did that,
Mm.
like, it was a big letdown because they were like, "Oh, I got some big news about this certain person." Team Skeptic knows exactly what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
and then it was like nothing.
Yeah, sorry. Well, yeah, it might not. It might if it comes to fruition. I cannot guarantee. But anyway, oh, great. You're probably hearing the notifications from the conversation I'm having. So,
Is it someone we know that you're talking with?
yeah,
Is
How
it
well
Donald
do we
Trump?
know this?
it's not a normal. It's a not normal person. Okay, I gotta stop.
I remember the time when I was in Connecticut. No, I wasn't in Connecticut. I was in New Hampshire when I made that video for you about the Where's Eric Dubé.
Oh yeah,
That was fun. I actually
yeah.
drove around in my car in like rural parts of New Hampshire, like screaming into the woods, like Eric.
I went to a friend's house that was out in the country, but then I went down to Minneapolis and I was in a parking lot outside of Minneapolis and I'm just yelling
Yeah.
in a parking lot in Minneapolis.
What
That's
I
funny.
what I found was like, that's not for you. Was it an uncomfortable thing to like? Did you look around and make
Oh,
sure?
yeah.
Nobody, I was like
Yeah.
so paranoid because I'm like, I don't want somebody like calling 911 and saying there's this crazy guy screaming like into the woods. So I think I went 3 different places. In one situation, I banged on a door of an obviously abandoned building, but I was so paranoid that somebody was gonna see me and like call the authorities. Because I don't know if you saw this, team. Like the thing was, this is back when he was trying to debate Eric Eric Dubay, and Eric wouldn't show up. So he got all these creators to go various places and like try to find Eric Dubay, like because he was missing in action.
Yeah.
And I went like 3 different places in New Hampshire and like was just screaming for Eric Dubay to, hey, are you in there, buddy? Like, come out. You know, we just want to talk.
How many people got arrested for being crazy in public?
I mean, you had what?
it's-
Like you had like 20 different creators. Like
yeah, a lot
it
of
was a
people,
lot.
and everybody had the same idea to look at a toilet.
I was about to say, how many people actually went to mail truck stop bathrooms
no,
and looked into the dollar
Oh.
to the stall that had the dollar sign on it, like etched in it with a key?
Oh. Mute Donkey wants to debate strongly typed languages versus loosely typed languages. The programming thing. Yep. Strongly typed languages is where I sit.
What's
Also,
Python?
The Python is loosely typed. I could also go a long time debating whether or not you should have curly brackets on the next line or on the same line.
that's the only thing he can go a long time about.
True.
Doesn't that mean
True.
does it mean the end of a procedure
Nailed
or
it.
end of a function? Isn't that what the curly line brackets at the end mean?
It begins a block to open a curly bracket in the C derivative languages. Yeah.
And they're procedures, right?
No,
It just means like
it's
what
a
are they?
block. It could be a function, a method.
I said function
The body,
just
the
a
body of
second
an
ago.
if, the body of a do while, the body of a anything. Yeah.
Mill stripper.
Don't think we have that construct in Java, but maybe others.
JSON, right? You got JSON files.
JSON files. Ooh.
JSON.
Oh yeah, that's a mess. Don't ever try to parse that by hand. Mike Billars. Mike Billars. What is your stance on open and close curly brackets, next line or same line? 100% next line.
Next line.
Because the curly brackets line up, right? If you
That's
do
right.
if with the curly bracket on the end, then the end curly bracket lines up with the I in if. They don't match, or it lines up with the W in while, or the beginning of the first letter in the method call.
When I used to do my little dabble into programming, much younger, I would be so anal about everything exactly lining up. So for me, it would be a no-brainer, must be next line. So that way I could clearly and visibly define where the function started and where it ended. So if I ever needed to go in and make any adjustments to it, I knew that everything within that area that started at that particular spot on the screen was part of the function. So if I was looking for problems inside of it, it just felt much easier to troubleshoot. Plus, there's elegance to programming when it's done right.
Yeah, when it's good code, it's good code. So good. So,
now, for your open curly brackets to begin, do you begin a new line or do you get, because you
New
begin
line.
a new line and then tab a little bit, correct? So
new
you have
line,
at least
new line.
do you line?
Hold
Yeah,
on.
do you line it up with open bracket?
New line, open curly bracket, new line, tab, 4 space
There you
tab,
go.
block, and then at the end you unindent and you close the bracket. And
There you go. That's
Mike Billars for $50 says you're dead to me, MC Toon.
Jesus, he's been dead to me for so long. I still keep coming back, Mike. Welcome to the club. Jeez, we're gonna have to take another shot there, Schrodinger.
Yeah, we need to. But your cat
yeah.
is critiquing your maps back there. I think
Oh yeah.
found a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
There's
cat's back there going.
I
It's not
think maybe
flat,
you'd
Dad.
lost. Yeah. He lost that bet, even though he says he won. The cat just found it.
Let me get back on camera real quick.
All right, let me pour a shot. I'm surprised your mom lets you have all those neon lights in the basement.
You know, I had to do the power wattage converter thing, and it took several days of convincing that it was not going to be too much of a hit on electricity. And so she's okay with it, you know.
Oh, that's good.
There you go.
That's what she told me
I
at
lied as
breakfast this morning.
fuck to her. I lied to her, but no big deal about that.
Yeah.
Don't tell her.
What do you think?
No, I won't tell her at breakfast tomorrow morning.
I like that. I like that right there. Except, let me tell you something though. I actually indent the open and closed brackets once more after the if. I don't line it up with
really?
the if. I'm overly anal
That's
retentive.
too much.
Yes,
That's too much.
you are
indenting,
right.
Yeah.
But when it's done, there is such an elegance to it.
Mm.
Jesus Christ would be proud of me.
Sets, yeah. Tabs, not spaces, too, please. And yeah, Mike Billers, it's hurting him.
All right, we gonna do this or what?
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting on you, guy.
Hold on.
I'm good. I got an extra. It's a shot and a half here.
I'm just
Hold on,
trying to
let
get
me-
my face to look like yours with all that hair on it.
I know it's gotten a little wildly. I got to trim it up a little bit.
All right, there you
But,
go, guys. On
yeah.
screen, full screen, you
Here-
two.
Here's to honor. Once you get honor, stay honor. If you can't come in or come honor.
That's right.
Oh, yep. This is gonna be the first stream on my new channel.
You got two sailors on here. Like, what do you expect?
Navy, no sailor,
Yeah,
but Navy, yeah.
it's sort of like it's the frog and the scorpion thing. Like, what did you expect?
What did I expect? I expect that Stringer News 1 is pretty
Whoa.
old. He said Fortran forever.
Fortran programming language,
my
great,
Goodness.
old school, along
That
with
is-
Pascal.
Oh no, Fortran's way older than Pascal. Come on.
The
Is
last
it?
thing I
I
programmed
thought
in
Pascal was like
basic.
70s or 60s or 70s. Yeah, basic's pretty, but nobody does basic anymore. People
No,
that bring that up are
I'm-
kind of name dropping, to be honest.
The last time I programmed was like 20 years ago. We had basic, and we had a program language called Atlas, which was abbreviated test language for all stations, and it was specific to this several Navy test platforms for automatic testing stations. So we would have to program them specifically for that station. And that's the last time I programmed anything. I think I did a little bit at university. We programmed, microprocessors and things, but not a whole hell of a lot.
Mike Biller says Pascal is 90s. I learned programming Pascal in
The 60s.
no, shut up. I'm not that old. It was like early 90s or late 80s. I'm trying to think of it when exactly. I was in the 7th grade when I began my interest in programming, which started with Pascal. So I'm trying to go backwards from when I graduated high school. And it's somewhere around the 90s. So maybe I started programming. Maybe I was like learning it as it came out, but I found it just much more. When I was learning Pascal, I found it to be more intuitive than C++. It seemed like it was more of a, common language to use. So I found it easier.
All right, well, let's hear. We've got Fortran wiki page says developed by
Straight
IBM.
C, not even C++. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that's the purest way there. Fortran was in the 50s. Pascal came off of Algol, which was in 68. Really got going in 70. So there you go. More than 10 years later.
But that's what it
don't
was
ruin my
developed
dreams.
versus when it was consumer use.
And PhD Tony wonders that anybody ever programs in anything other than Fortran. what was he? Was PhD Tony in the 50s? Was he like a young chipper lad of 40 years old?
Shit. He would have never been able to make it back then.
Fucking
Calm down, Tony. We Christian channel. Stop cursing, my friend. Jeez, Tony.
Yeah, you can't do that here, Tony.
fucking can.
No, you can't. Microraptor nailed it. Team isn't 666 years old. This is correct. Even in dog years, I'm not that old yet. I'm getting close though.
What kind of dog? Skits Crasher says $2 for $2 says damn squids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with squids.
Nothing. I don't,
We're weird, but we're good weird.
don't mess with squids.
Yeah.
No, you
I
don't.
watched
We
a
stick
documentary
together.
the other day. It was about a study that the U.S. Navy did on whether or not a single American carrier strike group could win the Pacific campaign by itself.
Easy.
That's the answer. Yeah, that was the answer.
Easy.
Yeah, a single
you
carrier strike
mean?
group, modern carrier strike group, could win the World War II Pacific campaign, hands down. Not even
Radar
a question.
technology alone, with
They
our
would never
advanced,
see
yeah,
us.
you could easily with today's technology, they just fly planes that circle around the
Yeah.
carrier group, and those planes basically are a mile or so above the carrier group. That gives
Yeah.
it an extended radar horizon, and that alone allows it to see things that the technology from back then just wouldn't be able to compete along
They
with
wouldn't
our
know
technology.
where the missiles were coming from.
Plus the defense on the defense weapons that we have
Yeah,
are beyond anything they would be able to overcome.
it wasn't even a close call. It was
Oh,
sort of
yeah.
like and my proposal to that channel was, could a single Marine division win the Civil War on one side or the other?
How big's a division?
Oh, division's big. It's headed by a star. So, I mean, it would be I guess I should scale it down, and maybe a regiment.
How big's a regiment?
Controlled by a colonel. I hope I'm not fucking that up.
Let me
But-
see. I'm gonna look it up.
So, maybe a light armored company with a couple of rifle companies. I think they could win either side of the Civil War single-handedly.
That I don't know. It would be I would be I'd have to think about that one, because there is an obvious significant
that's
technological
why-
advantage, but in a war where it's person on person, you have to add the human element to it and make sure you take that into
But
account.
I said a light armored battalion.
Now you start adding mobile infantry and mobile,
right. So
maybe.
a light armored company.
But
what would they even do with muskets against?
Muskets would still kill human from 2000s.
I'm talking about light armor.
I mean, yeah, I can see,
No,
but
give
it's kind of like
either
300.
side. Give either side an A1M1 Abrams main battle tank.
Oh yeah,
with-
no. Yeah, okay, you're right. You give them a tank, it's over. They ain't stopping.
It's over.
It
What-
ain't stop. One tank.
Assuming
one
they
tank.
have unlimited gas, unlimited ammo.
Yeah, and they don't break down at any point in time where
Right, and they don't break
where it
down.
becomes disabled permanently,
Yeah.
because they can fix it on the go. So
Yeah.
and they're
if
pretty
you
damn
do
good at that.
I think a single A1M1 Abrams main battle tank given to one side unlimited gasoline or kerosene, unlimited ammo, it can't break. I think that's the deciding factor on either side.
Yeah.
Unlimited. What?
Unlimited fuel, unlimited ammo, and it doesn't break.
Why is this? What? Why is this?
Yeah,
a thing?
Verillion says there was no oil facilities that mobile infantry wouldn't go far when it runs out. No, yeah, you're right. We're assuming.
Yeah, we're assuming unlimited.
The supply is
fuel.
there.
Okay.
The supply to maintain the vehicle is there. Just simply fight. Could it outlast its opponents? Because if we had to look at it and say, well, yeah, we'd also have to bring with us oil or anything like that, then it'd be there'd be a big time difference, because then you have to have the people who are supposed to be carrying guns and being ready to be on fight. Because remember, a lot of this was America was never really a conventional fighting force. They always had kind of a guerrilla tactic to them. That's why I say, it depends, when you the American, let's say the American Revolution, right? What if Europe could send over one of today's modern infantries,
that we would have been done.
Or modern regiments. Yeah. Well, would we though? There was so much guerrilla tactic that went on and you got to remember, this is one of those things where unless we're resupplying, every troop lost is a troop that's gone forever.
Are you talking about a 2021 regiment?
Sure.
Because they're well versed in guerrilla tactics.
Why you got to pee on my Cheerios?
I'm just saying, I've thought about this stuff.
So you might be right, but nobody likes you.
Nobody likes the First Amendment auditors don't like me. Apparently, they keep fucking trying.
I'm gonna go copyright strike your channel. Which
you probably would, you dick.
Hold on, which video was it that you used my breathing thing, my hypoxia, my near death experience?
Near death.
Copyright that video.
Your oxygen never went below what, like 95? Like
it's something like that, 95, 96%.
It was pretty
I had
high.
It on for the whole time. Yeah.
And so the video I used that on, the guy was like, oh, masks cause hypoxia. I'm like,
yeah, that's not true.
No, they don't. Like, I wear a mask, especially when I'm on board a submarine. I've got the stupid mask on all day, and I'm on a submarine, which means I'm in an enclosed space, and I still manage to breathe.
So Tune, I want you to help me interpret this, okay?
Okay.
I believe one of the major medical health organizations put out today that said that the recent surge in certain vaccinated people becoming reinfected with COVID-19 is to be expected. Okay, so they said a small percentage would actually get reinfected. However, the New York Yankees have like 7 or 8 players that have been reinfected since getting their vaccination.
Yeah.
How does that work if a small percentage if only a small percentage is supposed to get reinfected, but there's a
large
group population. Yeah, a large percentage of the team is happening. I looked at it and I was like, this, maybe I should ask somebody that's actually intelligent, like MC Tune.
I suppose there's
I guess I'll just mute.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you.
I should have prefaced it with that. I'm sorry.
I mean, there's probably a few different things that could potentially be at play, right? It could be they all got a similar, right? If they all got the same vaccination, like the team got a vaccination from one group and they all got the same batch.
Yeah, so I thought
it
of it that way as well.
Less effective batch. It could be they were exposed to a different strain. It could be just the sample size is too small.
Well, then yeah, I could see that as well. The first one is the first conclusion that I was originally came to. I was like, well, maybe they all just got like a bad batch. So they counted as a vaccinated person, but it didn't actually work for them. And then
Yeah.
they all got infected, which is what my first conclusion that I came to. But I just wanted to ask you what your opinion was on it, because they're I would say the small sample size works. It works if you're trying to make an argument for science. Like, it's just simply not a large enough sample size. But just looking for a colloquial explanation as to why. That's the only reason that I
so
think
we've
that
got
it probably was a bad batch.
Couple people in the chat here. Mute Donkey says, tell team that the Yankees are a very close team, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
And Garth Dryland says it's to do with viral load mostly. So it could be that they were exposed to a very strong amount of quantity of virus.
And
means,
if there's a new strain, because new strains are going to randomly pop up all over the place, especially with the viral load into the population right now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the purpose of being vaccinated, is to reduce the viral load in the population, and at the same time reducing the ability for it to mutate. But yeah, that's something I didn't particularly think of, was that they could have caught a newer strain that just maybe wasn't covered by the vaccine, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I was just wondering. It's just weird. I read the paper on it, and I saw that these people were actually vaccinated, and there's like 7 of them on one team. Seems if it's going to be a small percentage, and we're looking at less than 1%, as it would be what I would interpret from the meaning of small percentage when coming from a medical facility. That's pretty low in terms of significance. But for them all to come off, that would mean if 7 players, maybe that we'd have to compare that against 700 people in the organization, and 7 players happen to catch it. But again, I just don't know. I was just wondering what your thoughts were on that.
Too many. I don't know. Ask Schrodinger. He might. I don't know. It's not my thing. Not my strength.
Hey, I'm half vaccinated.
No, while y'all were babbling, I was ordering DoorDash, talking about the fake virus. It's not even real.
Barbecue kitties.
He's kidding. YouTube. He's kidding.
Yeah, I should have prefaced that with just kidding. So, yeah, sorry, but they came out with a new thing today that if you've already gotten both doses of the vaccine, and you're 2 weeks out from your last dose, then you don't have to wear masks anymore.
Yeah, like I said, I get my second dose on June 10th. So
my
June
problem
10th, I'll be
is
fully vaccinated.
My problem is that I travel so much that I'm rarely in a spot for the time that it takes to get the first and second dose.
Yeah.
So it does. What happens if you get the first dose and then you have to go away and then you don't get the second one? Do you have to get the first one again? Like, how does that work?
I have no idea.
I don't either. And that's why it's a shit show for me.
So I saw here, there's a study. I can grab it here quick.
Studies aren't real.
Where they yeah.
I'm channeling my inner flat earther.
Yep. They there it is. They took people that had gotten sick and people that had not, and checked and measured the quantity of antibodies. And as expected, the people that had not gotten it had no antibodies, and the people that were sick had a certain amount of antibodies. Then both groups were vaccinated, and then they tested again after a certain time, and the people that had never gotten it, that were at 0, they had antibodies about the same as the people that had gotten sick. And the people that got sick had antibodies another step higher. So the 2 vaccinations are about getting that 2 step up in antibodies.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
Angel Rivera
story, Shill.
says, please let Schrodinger's cat know as a veteran he can try and get it so he can get 1 vaccine at 1 VAMC and the second in another. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm in Pearl Harbor, and I'm here long enough that I can probably get both. So I'm working on that. And even if not, I can get 1 here and get 1 back in Hampton Roads, where I live. So I'm working on it. It's just weird. I travel a lot, like more than half of the a 365 year a day year. I spend more than half of that in hotels, so it's a lot.
Okay, so why did you say it originally as a lot, and now you just said it as a lot? If y'all are gonna criticize me for saying antenna, then I'm criticizing you for not being grammatically consistent in one sentence in the same
My
sentence.
response to that is it doesn't matter because they got to pay me.
A lot or a lot?
Either way, they got to pay me. Submarines
Deflection.
don't fix themselves.
Deflection at its finest.
Can you prove that I said that? Is time real? Like,
Yeah.
did I say that? Or
yes, time is real.
I can channel my inner flat earther.
Kind of.
I can drag you down to the bottom of the pool and just drown you in flat eartherism.
I'd love that.
That's why I had 2 really great videos, like when I first started coming out of the flat earther thing, where I had 2 globe earthers that were both debunkers, and one of them would channel their inner flat earther and debate each other, and it went really well. It was great. Like people, the subscribers and the chat was going crazy. Everybody loved it, but it just sort of died. But I would love to get like maybe you and Fight, or you and MC Tune, or one of you take the side of the flat earth and see how well you can do. And I think what you're going to find is a real globe earther can do better than a flat earther in a debate.
I'm going to be honest with you, Schrodinger. I can, when it comes to being extremely stupid, I am your guy. And even with my skills at being a jackass and being dumb, I don't know if I can be a good flat earther.
Oh, I could be a good flat earther.
The
I
thing
think
is,
I could.
Do you want to try to actually do a debate as a good debate as a flat earther should, to actually do what they never try to do, present some evidence,
The best,
or do you want to just mock them or just play the part and just deny everything? Right.
No. The best flat earth debate I ever had was a very well-educated globe earther versus a very well-educated globe earther. It was Dr. Bob the science guy versus I'm blanking on his name. I apologize if you're listening. But he's basically a graphics artist, and he knows how to do all the angles, and he could figure all that out. But he was playing the flat earther, and I think he gave Bob the science guy the hardest time that he's ever had debating a flat earther. He came up with this thing called pushytrons that was the alternative to gravity.
Oh yeah.
And he very well explained what pushytrons were. And it's still on my channel. I mean, it's there for everybody to listen to. And then I had another one with the one of the guys failed to show up, and I had an alternate that came in to be the flat earther, and that even went well. Just a globe earther, just off the cuff, pretending to be a flat earther. Globe earthers are better flat earthers than flat earthers. I've got 2 examples of it, but I would like to make more just to show that. I mean, how many times do we show up to these debates? You remember my last debate on your channel, MC Toon, with what is Jim
Donnie,
Bob
Donnie, yeah, neckbeard Donnie,
Donnie Lee. He basically rolled over and played dead, and then said, "Oh, I got another appointment to go to." I presented example after example after example after picture, and he was like, "Sorry, I got an appointment." Like a fake globe earther pretending to be a flat earther is better than a real flat earther.
Yeah. All right. Who was the pushytron guy? That sounds fantastic.
Oh God, hold on.
You think about that. You look that up.
I'm gonna mute it. I'm gonna mute and go on my channel and
oh, the Stingray. Is that right?
Yes, Stingray.
Okay.
He's a super smart dude. And he and Bob the Science Guy, of course, you know, we all set it up ahead of time.
Yeah.
You're gonna pretend to be what the ultimate goal was to have them flip and do another debate with Bob the Science Guy as the flat earther. It just never came to fruition.
I would love to see if there's a flat earther that is a good enough sport to take their part, right? To swap and present the globe side.
Yeah, well, if you're really secure in your position,
yeah,
you should.
So, who I thought was, if I've thought about this, I've talked with people about doing this. Do you know who the flat earther was that I would have asked to do that?
Ranty,
yeah. and then
it came true. Oh,
I always wondered about Ranty.
You know what? Here's the deal.
I think he was honest.
It's his honesty. It's that he wasn't satisfied with just repeating somebody else's claim. Right? He wanted to.
I think both of them, Seek Truth, Speak Truth, and Ranty are both very genuine in what they're saying right now.
Yeah.
Wish them both the best. Welcome back to reality. Well, Seek Truth, Speak Truth has been here for a while now, but Ranty recently. Welcome back to reality. You're normal like us again.
Congratulations. You've reached normal. The Elmigs says for €2, one Simo Haya would own everyone. I don't know what that means.
One what?
Simo, and then HA with umlaut, YHA with umlaut.
I don't know.
No idea what that is.
I'm sorry, the Elmigs. What does that mean? Help us. And then Fohammer 335 says, MC Toon, that's a fallacy. Eat up, Buttercup. Oh yeah. No.
Very fallacious.
Did you so Angel Gamer sent me crickets and Rocky Mountain oysters, and every time then when Fohammer and Irish Demon debated on crisps versus chips, and one of them did a logical fallacy, I was the one that had to eat some Rocky Mountain oyster, and that's
bull nuts, right?
Oh yeah. Hell
yeah.
I'm
eat up, Buttercup.
I'm holding back the gag right now. I did dry heave in my garbage can, and I could barely handle it. It was so gross. So gross.
That's what everybody that likes that shit says to people that don't, they've never talked to before.
Oh, It was gooey. It was like a overly dried gummy bear material. That was the inside. Oh, I can't. Sorry. Oh, all right. Mute Doggy says, "Seek Truth, Speak Truth versus Ranty. They switch every other round for 4 rounds."
That would be cool.
Oh, Mike Billars. Get your shots ready, guys.
Hold
Mike
on, who?
Billars for $20 says, "Make fun of Brainy Beaver, please. He's not here, but he's all right."
I love Brainy Beaver. I think every American family should own one.
Yeah, I have one. Here, let me see. I gotta.
All right.
Oh, there it
whatever.
is.
Let me get my shot ready.
I'm gonna get my Brainy Beaver. Hold on.
This is not supposed to happen on other people's channels. I'm not supposed to take shots for $20 super chats, but I'm here to support
Look
Toon.
at
So
that. I
therefore,
got my own Brainy Beaver here.
Uh-uh.
With the same amount of brain.
yeah,
Right here. Okay, the Elmig says Simo
that one
Haya.
looks a little less fluffy though.
Yes, it's a bit less fluffy and has more hair. None actually, so a little more. The
You should make
Elmig's-
it anatomically correct and just shave like the hat. Just leave a little island of the hat in the front,
Yep, just a little,
just right between his
just a
eyes.
little, yeah, just a little nub right there. That'd be perfect. The Elmig says Simo Haya was a Finnish sniper in Winter War when those 2 Navy pukes were talking about warfare. Winter War, the movie, right?
No idea.
That's the Captain Marvel, Captain America.
But in
don't know.
in Brainy Beaver's defense, the
I'm gonna have to
farthest-
stop you right there.
Yeah, thank you.
the farthest confirmed kill by any sniper ever was a Canadian.
What's the distance?
I think it was like 2.1 kilometers.
It's pretty good.
That's not pretty good. No.
I don't know. For anybody wondering, I do have on my website the calculations that long distance shooters can use for Coriolis.
It doesn't exist.
Not real. You just made that up.
God,
We're gonna do the shot or what?
I need Arn Raw's what the fuck you know about that?
I like Arn Ra. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I do
Oh,
too, man. Arn
the
Raw's
win-
awesome.
The Winter War equals the war between Finland and Russia in 2940.
All right, you ready, Schrodinger?
Yep, waiting on you.
Waiting on you.
There you go. I need to go. I should get myself some, since I emptied it the other day. Sorry, I'm not
Yeah.
very good at. I'm not very good at it. It was on the PhD Tony 2940. Is that in the past? Like BCE? Were you there?
Yeah, he
Confused.
was.
Oh, it's a typo. 1940/1941. Yeah, so he was there. He was a young chap of 30 years old at the time. Oh, there you go. So, all right. So how do we make fun of Brainy? Yeah, he can't talk. Not talk. He's the only Glober that I've ever muted.
Nah, no way.
I did. When, what was it? I don't know. It was one of my, 8,000 or 5,000 stream or something like that. And there was, Flat Earther on, maybe Brian Leak. And, they were going at it and like,
Oh, Brian Leakey's the worst.
yeah, and we're trying to move on, right? And everybody agreed we're going to move on. Brian agreed, Brainy agreed that we're going to move on, and then he just kept going. I'm like, all right.
I was about to say he agreed verbally.
Wasn't this when they were arguing about like if you could check the temperature of a gas that's in a a like a CO2 bottle.
The temperature
Yes.
tells you what the gas is.
Yes, I remember that. I remember what hotel room I was in when that happened.
Oh, jeez.
I'm always in hotels. So
Yeah.
that's how I reference things. I was in Groton, Connecticut.
Wow. UKPI says, reckon Ryan is for turning? He was so confused. Here's the thing. He was happy to be dishonest. And I don't think he's quite bright enough. Right? Because he's like, well, I took art class. Who the hell cares that you took art class? You know, I know perspective because I took an art class. No, that's elementary school. That's not actually
that's
how
what
physics works.
That's what Lemonbird says.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Cajun Drifter says, I would remind the two seagoing bellhops that the Navy is merely the on-call Uber for the Marines. Semper Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of love for the Marine Corps, you know, coming from aviation. I worked with them a lot. But wars are won on the sea.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
I think I've
They
heard,
learn to swim, they can come talk to me, okay?
I've heard that the way to get a Marine is to ask them what their paychecks say. Department of the what?
Navy.
Yeah.
Navy.
U.S. Navy.
Yeah. It's
I
an
don't know.
acronym.
But they're cute though. Along with Brainy Beaver, I also believe everybody should own a Marine, if not just for looks.
For looks. Marines aren't known for their looks.
Well, you can dress them up and they look nice in their dress blues and put them in the corner with their imaginary weapons.
But for the foreseeable future and the observable past, wars are won at sea. It's just that, sorry, how it is.
Especially when you're like the Navy, and not only do you dominate the sea, but you can also dominate the skies from the sea.
Oh,
we're self-sufficient. We don't even need the Air Force there on the ships. We have literally our own Air Force in the Navy as well.
okay. If anybody's listening from my channel and is a channel member of mine, my next channel member trivia question is going to be: the U.S. Air Force is the #1 air power in the world. What is the #2 air power in the world? So you can get a little sneak peek at what my next member question is going to be. You could win $50.
There you go.
Yeah, and they actually, the Air Force is a dominant force in our skies. Actually, if the sea and the air is where, because the air is 100% encasing of the globe. So everywhere you go on the land, whether you're on land or sea, you're vulnerable from the air. And that's why the Navy has its own Air Force as well, because like its own built-in air. When I say Air Force, I don't mean like the group. I'm just saying they have their own force of pilots and their own machinery.
Yeah, without turning this into a military dream, I just want to throw 2 facts out there. The blue water of the world is owned by the U.S. Navy.
Hoo-hoo.
The air above 10,000 feet is owned by the U.S. Navy and Air Force. Facts.
They can. We dominate.
Let me just the chat has a few words to come back, and don't make me mute you too. I got to get these out. See, Fohammer says, I don't see an ocean in Afghanistan. We've got Cajun
I don't
Drifter
see a highway you can take to get there either.
You have to remember that squids are a higher form of marine life.
Thank you.
PhD Tony says wars are won on the sea. The American Civil War and War of Independence being cases in point. Stringer News 1 says Marines run only one flavor crayon. Marines run on only one flavor crayon. A Mute Donkey says wars are won through computers. And
Lead.
the Air Force controls cyberspace.
They do.
Cajun Drifter says, I've never seen a Navy unit perform an amphibious assault.
Excuse me. Navy SEALs do it all the time.
We've got, let's see. Oh, we've
Yeah,
got
what was that? We don't do
That
amphibious
was
assaults?
the purpose
Hey,
of the Navy SEAL, the
just say-
platoon is
just
an
say cool
amphibious
story, bro.
assault.
All you got to do is say cool story, bro.
A cool story, bro.
Yeah,
There we go. We-
do the flat earther thing.
We got Don Giovanni says the Army has more aircraft than the U.S. Air Force.
Not yes and no. I'm just gonna say that.
All right.
Aircraft that go above, the 10,000 feet. I don't
Right.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
We
How
got
Maybe
many
a lot of
bombers do y'all
helicopters.
have?
Facty, in response to your question about who's the number 2, says it's not Canada. No question about that. The Elmic says wars are won on the sea. Sounds like a British motto. Ooh. Dang.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
just say there's a reason why the British ran into supply issues bringing supplies to their troops here in America. We formed not a Confederate, but we did form a Navy, the
Yes.
first U.S. Navy during the Revolutionary War.
No. Before, in 1775, the U.S.
Okay.
Navy was formed. We declared independence in 1776, so we already had a navy, and we blockaded the British and cut off their supply chain. That's how we won the Revolutionary War.
God,
Hands
man,
down.
they think you and I are so insignificant these days, Schrodinger. But you'll always be significant to me in this wave function.
This wave.
Agreed.
Mike Klein says wars are won in the American factories.
This is true.
There's a good argument for that.
We've got Mallory is in the chat. People are saying that maybe we should have Mallory on.
But I'm
and-
already here.
Yeah, Mike Billar says invite Mallory in for $5. Thank you for that. But yeah, there. Hi, Mallory. How are you? Nothing. Silence. There you go. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Brassman says the U.S. Navy did nothing during the Revolutionary War. The French Navy saved us there. What do you think of that?
There's a good argument for that. However,
I refuse to give the French any compliments. I apologize in advance.
After the 1700s, there's not a whole lot.
They got great fries
Yes. And toast.
when they come from McDonald's.
And toast.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and toast.
Yeah, and kisses.
yeah, Benjamin Franklin was over there in France, and he was, philandering with the women
And vanilla ice cream.
but he was also getting us lots of French Navy ships, and that's an element of any war, is collaborating with your allies, and that's what we did. So that's a military function as well.
Yeah. Hey, Brassman says War of 1812 is where the U.S. Navy shined.
Indeed. Yeah, we had poured a lot of money into the U.S. Navy in between the Revolutionary War and the War of 1812.
Anchors away, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Away.
So let's see. Sean137 says there's a joke about the reason why the French gave you the Statue of Liberty. Well, I think that pretty soon all of the French army men that they stashed in there are going to come out and take us over from the inside.
Yeah, they're all going to be 300 years old. I hope they put walkers in there.
That's the worst Trojan horse ever. They forgot to come out. Oh, PhD Tony's talking smack, saying the U.S. still lost 1812. Oh.
What?
We will
Wait a
invade
second.
you, Tony.
Wait a second. Tony.
We will invade you.
We don't speak English here. We speak American here.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. I'll point him towards the analysis where a different YouTube video, and I guess I can link it real quick if I needed to. But could the U.S. invade and dominate the UK within 1 year of the first shot being fired?
Today?
And today.
Oh, it'd be a weekend.
Hold on.
It'd be a long
Hold
weekend.
on. Nah,
Yeah,
guys.
You'd want to be
before you
Memorial
all
Weekend, so you
begin-
had the Monday.
Y'all are making huge assumptions here. So let's put some
This was
qualifiers
an
on there.
analysis.
Okay. Is there any other country jumping in to help out?
Yes. Well, I can't remember. No, I'll take that back because I can't remember.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's a no brainer anyway because of our Navy. We've
Yeah.
literally just I mean,
I
no country
think-
right now can fight our Navy. So
I
that's why
think
we do what we do.
maybe it was just us versus them. Not only could
Urgent.
we win the war, could we occupy the UK within 1 year of the first shot being fired?
Have you seen Craig? Hell yeah, we could.
Well,
Oh.
the person whose channel it came from was a British Royal Marine,
So
his YouTube channel, and he conceded that yeah.
given what I know about Craig, the UK would have a better defense of just hiding all the men and putting together like a Charmin fucking ass paper, like a wall of Charmin, and saying just try to get through that wall of Charmin. They would save lives, and that would increase their defenses.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Heat Shield has something for you, team. He says in the Marines, they have to teach you to wash your hands after using the bathroom. In the Navy, they teach you not to piss on your fingers.
Yeah, that was a joke
I've heard
that
before.
from back in the day. It was a Marine that had just graduated from the Naval Academy, and a seaman recruit that had just graduated from boot camp, and they were both in the bathroom. And the Marine says, well, at the Naval Academy, they taught us to wash our hands. And the sailor goes, well, in boot camp, they told us not to piss on our hands. But you could switch that around either way. You could make a Marine from boot camp and a sailor from the Naval Academy. So it works well as well either way.
A UKPI says you'd have to build Hadron's Wall again because the Scots can be a bit tetchy about that.
Well, there's another analysis about this. It's a YouTube video, but I won't get into it. But what's the hardest mainland on the entire Earth to invade?
Russia.
No,
What? Canada.
no,
Greenland.
Lesotho.
nope,
Antarctica.
nope.
Jesus fuck. What's the Rhineland?
The U.S. And
Ah,
why? Why? Now the question's why.
The population is armed?
The population is armed to the teeth.
Yeah. It'd be really hard to occupy this. That's why Red
And-
Dawn is a great fictional story, but it would never happen that way. You could drop an
Well-
entire you could drop an entire North Korean army into
Yeah.
America, and you're looking at 1 million to 2
slaughtered.
million people, and they're
Yeah.
dealing with a population of 330 million
They'd be
that
slaughtered.
own, that'd be a military fighting force of a population of around 20 to 25 million that own probably 100 million arms personally.
Yeah.
An
would-
organization of that 25 million people, even at the slightest bit, even into local militias, would be too much for any single army's entire force to
Yeah.
occupy the land.
I know how many guns I own, and I could outfit a good portion of my
Yeah,
neighborhood.
A whole regiment.
Yeah, and well, General, I think it was Admiral Yamamoto, and I could be wrong, but I think it was Admiral Yamamoto that said that they could not invade the U.S. mainland because there would be a rifle behind every blade of grass.
But aside from that, historically speaking, the hardest land to invade is Russia.
Oh, in the
Uh,
wintertime, especially.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The
Countries have
Germans
lost
got
wars because of
bogged
it.
down in there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that's the winter. The winter is really a good portion of what turned the tide in that war.
Yeah, that's
Because-
what I believe they attribute one of Hitler's greatest mistakes is to not honoring his whatever I can't forget. It's not a treaty that he signed, a pact of non-aggression with Russia, because I believe Russia signed that with Hitler before the start of World War II, and that's what drove the other European frenzy
Right.
into preparing for war.
And let's be
but he
honest,
didn't honor that because he just saw them as lesser people.
We did the heavy lifting in the Pacific, but the heavy lifting in Europe came from Russia. They lost
like 20 million
metric
people or
ass
something like that.
ton of soldiers in that war. Of course, they saw Stalin saw them as expendable, and he was just willing to just pour soldiers into that fight. It didn't care whether or not they died. But Russia won Europe. We won the Pacific.
All right, we got Mike Billars. He's done with you guys. He says bye for $10. Mallory, who in here is Mademoiselle, says Antarctica is more guarded, and all this talk.
What? No, I've done that
penguins,
analysis.
The penguins. Yeah, you can't beat the penguins.
I've done that analysis, and I've presented it to flat earthers. There are not enough ships in the world's military to guard a 26,000 mile.
Oh, CHL did it.
That's why they have the
CHL did that
penguins.
first.
It's the armed penguins.
And they were like, he pointed out that if you put one ship every 10 miles,
I did that.
Perfect. It just wouldn't. It would equate to like thousands and thousands of ships. And
I did.
Now
the same
you have to explain
analysis.
the people who work there that are unaccounted for in society. And then you have
the shipyards,
the materials that are going to be needed to build this fleet.
I did all that analysis
in another timeline.
No, I didn't. In this timeline.
Another time.
So one of my few last tours, I did sector defense around Abot and Kayot, which are two of the big oil platforms just off of Iraq that Iraq owns. And we would take 3 nautical mile sectors around the oil platform. That's what we would patrol. So I did 3 nautical miles around 26,000 miles. It came up with the number of ships. And then I figured, okay, 27 people per patrol craft, which is what we had. I figured out that number of people. But then you got to figure out all the logistics people, refueling.
Yeah, you got to support them all.
The shipyards, the supply people. I figured out all those numbers, and it was more than the entire world's military collectively has. It's just not reasonable.
Well, as a military man who's probably spent much time on mini bases, including being on a base right now, did you do your math in base 2 or base 10?
Base 10.
Good job.
Yeah, base 2 would be pretty complicated.
I hate trying to make these jokes with intelligent people because they don't ever. Like, I wish you'd have been like, I've been on 75 bases.
I didn't even know you were trying to trick me there, because we both studied electronics. We both know that base 2 is binary.
Yeah.
And base 10 is just, the shit.
When
that
you say
use
we both, like we both as in me and MC Toon, or you and MC Toon, you
well,
and
no,
I,
all three of us studied electronics. So we all know
Yes.
what base 2 is binary. But that's how
let me apologize for my drinking buddy in advance, MC Toon. He really did not mean to act as if you're insignificant the same way I do all the time.
I meant the two people that were in that back and forth.
The important ones, yes.
Yeah. MC
Those that have
knows.
over 20,000 subs. This is a steady progression of like, if anybody's watching in to see what it's like to be a better and better YouTuber, this is like, watch, you see how MC Tune's very polite, not speaking, letting the true entertainer speak. Good job, MC Tune. This would, excuse me, but this, I wasn't finished. I was trying to give him a proper critique. This is exactly what you would expect from 11,000 subscriber YouTube channel. The 80,000 plus subscriber YouTube channel, very pretentious, very much like you people don't matter. That's what happens when you get too big for your own shoes. But if you look right in the middle, please hush, I'm being modest here.
Okay.
If you look right in the middle, there's a YouTuber right there between the three, and that's him and Schrodinger, and then me. I'm in the middle. Very, very much relaxed, calm, meticulous, modest, and at the same time outgoing.
Well, I'm about
the
to
best.
be a YouTuber with 2,000 subscribers if my channel goes away and I have to switch over to my other one.
I can't. Oh my God. Do you not know we will have a party on my channel, and not a party to try to get you subscribers, an actual celebration of friends who have fallen ahead of me so I can catch up to being a leader.
No,
again.
I think
Down
you
with
were
Simon
probably,
Dan.
you're probably emailing PayPal Patty on the back end and be like, I'll send you $50 if you know.
Oh, trust me. When just clear all confusion, it cost me way less than $50 to get him to do that.
It probably did.
PayPal Patty doesn't need. Yeah, $3 is a month worth of donations, right?
Yeah.
I told him I would act as legal joinder with him if he just did it for free.
He's just like, he wants some joinder.
Under color of law, by the way.
On the record, for the record, let the record reflect.
That all rights are reserved.
In all places at all times.
I love hearing their magical incantations.
I know.
It's so just, you guys.
I mean, the ones that are really good at it really, like, you could throw music behind it and make songs out of it, and that could be a hook, you know?
Yeah. It's funny because what's his name? Mark Stevens. His script is so well scripted, I guess this is the only thing I could say, that we can all tell when one of his acolytes is in court because they say the exact script that he has given them.
Yeah.
And I especially like me and Artie and people that have like really watched a lot of this stuff, they're like, oh yeah, he watched Mark Stevens. And I always say Mark Stevens doesn't have clients because he pays the people to give them the script, or the people pay him, I'm sorry, to give them the script, and he teaches them, say all this stuff and these magic things in court, all these magic words, and you're going to get away with it. And it never works. And which is why I say Mark Stevens doesn't have clients. He only has victims.
Oh. Yeah.
And that's the thing that Flat Earth Fokker, we all know who Flat Earth Fokker is.
Yeah.
He's gone down the sovereign citizens route. He came to the US, he went to a convention, the Flat Earth convention, went back, refused to quarantine, got arrested, and a sovereign citizen guru contacted him. And this is how so many of these people start. A sovereign citizen guru contacted him and said, what you need to do is create your own court, which is superior to the Canadian court, and then sends them a letter of dismissal from your court that's superior to their court. And he was just like, sounds good, bro. And so he started sending all this nonsense to this Canadian court. Of course, they're like, no, just not only no, but hell no. And so he's going to go to jail eventually, because he bought into this sovereign citizen nonsense. And that's how so many of them, I think, start. Like they get a traffic ticket.
Yeah, and they think they can fight it because they heard.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
heard this guy that says, Mark Stevens, that says, I challenge jurisdiction. Prove to me that the Constitution and the laws of the state of, Wisconsin apply to me. And the judge, in so many cases, and we got tons of video of this, says, yeah, you're in contempt. Go sit in that little small room for 30 days and think about what you just said.
Yeah, it's not even I don't have to answer to you. It's just a hand wave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Schrodinger, would you say that he
bought into this sovereign citizen nonsense?
Yeah, me too. I think he did too.
Was that a clip of me? It sounded like me. This sovereign citizen nonsense. He bought into this sovereign citizen nonsense. You have my permission to use that ad nauseum.
Oh my God.
He bought into this. He bought into this sovereign citizen nonsense. Are you gonna put it to a beat?
Hey. Uno momento, senor.
Oh, my DoorDasher guy texted me.
Marvel girl says, can I say I never laughed as much as during the concave Earth debate the other day? So yeah, that was a
oh my God, that was ridiculous.
That was a debate shorty that the channel Debate Shorties is making. So if you haven't subscribed, go subscribe to that channel. Because he is making shorties for myself and FTFE. Go watch him there. Watch him on mine. Fine. Definitely watch him there. Subscribe there. I had forgot the stuff, like when he was talking about Gatekeeper, and I'm like, are you the Keymaster? Oh, that was and he had no clue. And I also totally forgot that I was asking him if he thought that Stacy's mom had it going on.
Well, did he?
And he thought it was like secret messages that I was telling him. I'm like, oh, he had no clue. Oh my gosh. So Debate Shorties is here for $5. Is almost at 100 subs. People, go right now. I'm gonna grab his channel link and put it in there for you, because you got to Debate Shorties. And everybody that's in here, you gotta go do it. Yeah, he's doing it right now. I'm telling you, people. How many people are in this chat? This live stream here. We've got 151 right now. Listen up, people. If 85 of you 151 are subscribed to him already, perfect. Right now, you should all be heading over there, and right now he should have 151 subscribers. All right, people. Oh, poor Sam Hancock. Hey,
I'll be right back. I got to pick up my DoorDash.
All right. He's like, he thinks he's Jesus, and the reason why that debate happened was because he demanded that I debate him, because he thinks he's Jesus, and I'm like, okay. Makes it easy. I don't have to go hunt down somebody to debate this week. So let's see. Thanks everyone. Going to get tonight's debate out in the next few days. Oh, that'll be great. Debate Shorties, awesome. So there you go. You better be there, people. Did you subscribe yet? Let me look. 85, refresh. 97. That's it, people. You're getting there. Let's get them. Let's hit them over 100 right now. Yeah, Sam Hancock was so mad at me. And then after that, he did like 2 or 3 live streams that night. Like he went on for hours and hours alone in his living room, ranting at me. Like I only watched part of it. He's sitting on his couch. He'd stand up and he'd walk in circles. You just saw like his legs go by, and he's talking, and then his legs would go by again. He's still talking, and his legs would go by again. Like, he was so mad. He thought that they deleted his Facebook group because he claimed that he is the one, whatever, instead of Lord Stephen Christ was the one, and therefore that's why they deleted his Facebook group. So Matt Klein, hey Tune, give me a link to Schrodinger's new channel. It is the pinned comment. So there you go. Let's see, did we cross 100 right now?
Hey, can you hear me, Tune?
I can now.
Oh my God, I was trying to do something, and then
Were you talking to yourself?
yes, very much so. I was trying to do this right here.
What?
What? No, why can't I hear this? Hold on.
Do you have
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is it voice altered at all?
No, it sounds about right. Sound about your normal voice altering.
No, I'm trying to play music and oh, there it is.
There
Right
we
there.
go.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Are you gonna put Schrodinger over that?
Bro. Yes, I fucking can!
Okay, I'll turn it off now.
That was awesome. Look at that. Debate Shorties is at 104. Team, are you subscribed to Debate Shorties?
I've never heard of that channel before.
Shame on you.
I'll check it out.
No, I'm gonna send the link to you right now.
Okay.
Angel Gamer's calling me out an hour and a half ago. I just saw it. Sorry. She said it's a sausage fest in here.
No, it's not. I know meat tubes, and this is not a meat tube extravaganza. Well, hold on, it kind of is, though. I'm sorry, Angel Gamer does have a point.
Oh, PhD Transgirl says PhD Tony. She's just shouting because she is so far away. Who's that about?
The cat.
It must be.
It's looking at your jugular right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
She's just sitting there chilling.
She was just licking her lips, staring
Yeah.
intently the heartbeat from the jugular.
Oh yeah, you know what happens. Somebody dies. Somebody dies in their house alone, and their cat eats them.
My cat.
The minute.
She sleeps on my chest, and she'll be staring at my chin, and I'm like, am I gonna wake up with like a piece of my chin missing? Like, she's just gonna start nibbling on me, and pieces of me are gonna come off.
Yeah, if you
I'll wake
sleep,
up traumatized.
you sleep too hard, you're gonna be missing. The thing with your cat though is it would chip its tooth on the lack of meat, just be bone.
Teach her a lesson.
Yeah, that'd do it. Oh, mute donkey. I won't be saying that. Oh, I don't see Angel Gamer still in the chat. Sorry. I think it's getting about time there. I'm not gonna do a 12-hour.
Rookie.
I know. But here's what's happening. I will put this on. Oh, she's here. Next time, I'm gonna wrap it up here soon. I'm gonna put this on my other channel. I need to make it another channel. I forgot how to do that. I'm not very practiced at creating additional channels. I'll do that and move this there, and I'll probably switch over some of my old non-debates to that channel. And tomorrow, 4 o'clock, I've got Sizzle Deft. Who is Sizzle Deft? Some guy in South Africa that demanded a debate on Simon Dan's channel in the chat, and I'm like, okay. And then Tuesday, we've got Mallory, who's in the chat. Excellent. And Jon Snow. Followed by, this is going to be crazy. A guy, right, Sam Hancock, the concave earther, thinks he's Jesus, right? Well, This guy, Javante, he thinks he is the Egyptian god, both Thoth and Ra. He calls himself Ra Thoth.
What?
No kidding. And I'm like, just for understanding, are you claiming that you are the Egyptian gods Ra and Thoth? Answer, yes. I put that earlier today, that conversation screenshot in my Discord server. Absolutely, that's what he says. So
Please tell me you're bringing like a psychiatrist to the table.
No psychiatrist wants to touch that. Oh, so yep. He's it's gonna be crazy. I love it. I love when they're really, really crazy. That's the best. Like Ryan Casey. So Ryan Casey on May 19th. Remember, you know who he is, right? He's like
Black man.
Ma. He says Ma. Like he has this, that's God for him is Ma.
I've debated that guy before.
Oh, I know. He won't debate me, but he says Ma is coming back on the 19th of May or the 20th, and he's the judge. So again, he thinks
Is he gonna judge
basically
from his the container that he lives out of?
Well, no,
Storage unit.
He's so weird. Like in his communication, it doesn't make sense. So it sounds like he's gonna do there's gonna be some spaceship or something that he's gonna come back, and that's gonna come here, and he'll be on the ship, and then he told me that he's not gonna let me on the ship.
Sounds like some fucking Harold Camping shit.
So I wasn't nice enough to him. So
you know who Harold Camping is?
Yeah, he's the one that tried to declare the end of the world a few times and failed.
A few times, yeah.
Was that the recent one?
No. I mean, it was recent, but not real recent. But yeah.
Yeah, and
he
then,
died a few years ago.
Yeah, 2013.
Like a decade ago.
2013 he died. But yeah, they had like billboards up all over the place, and people like went into debt to buy these because they thought the world was going to end, so you don't have to pay back your debt. And then on the day that it didn't happen, people knocked on his door, and he's like, "Go away."
Yeah. Unfortunately for him, it didn't end.
So anyway, so I've got on my calendar a reminder to ask Ryan Casey what happened on the day after all these things are supposed to happen. So I got that going for me, which is good. So
that's cool.
All right. So I got a few coming up. So Schrodinger's cat is stuffing his face. There he is. What do you got to say for yourself there, Schrodinger, as we wrap up?
I was just saying that I'm back. We can start back up now.
We're gonna start wrapping up right now.
How pretentious of you to think that we work on your schedule. That is cute though.
Yeah.
I had to go all the way down to the first floor to meet the DoorDasher guy because this building is insane. And
I've never seen somebody obfuscate so much as you do. I was talking about your appearance. I said, you look cute. And you're like, I had to go down and talk to the DoorDash guy. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
Reginald was downstairs.
I didn't realize you were speaking because I don't listen when underlings talk to me.
Underlings. Wow. This is, of course, this is what happens when subscribers go to your head right here, guys, in the flesh.
Well, you're gonna get a big kick out of when my channel goes away, and you can just start taunting me again and like
Whiskey Wednesdays will never be so more enjoyable.
I know you're gonna be like, do you want to be on my live stream? What are you gonna do? Like,
I'll misspell your second channel's name in the descriptions.
Like Brainy Beaver.
Can't find it.
Yeah.
But Brainy Beaver did that intentionally, though. Never forget that.
He did, the fucking dick.
He said he talks about HVAC. It's as if he can only spell things that are acronyms.
4
you know?
letters. Yeah.
Hey,
He has no problem spelling ASAP.
it's okay. Don't be too mean to. Hold on. Don't be too mean to Brainy here.
So am I giving my going away speech?
Yeah, yeah. Do your speech. Try to keep it under half an hour, please.
That's asking a lot.
I know.
No, I don't have a whole hell of a lot to say except subscribe to my backup channel, Schrodinger's Nation. I'm sure
sorry.
that MC Tune will be nice enough to put it in the chat so that people can do
pinned.
that.
It's been pinned the whole time.
Oh, great.
There you go.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And come to a Marvel Girls channel tomorrow. I don't remember what time, and she's going to stab me for not remembering what time, but it's sometime in the afternoonish hours. We're going to be roasting her for her birthday, and I'm going to make her cry. So come to that, and I guess that's all I have to say. My channel's on its deathbed, so
I think you'll probably pull through.
I will probably pull through. I hope.
I'll reach out to Brainy Beaver and see what he can do for you.
maybe he can bring my new channel to life like he did my last channel. He was
exactly.
So, all right, 4 p.m. Eastern, says a Marvel Girl.
Oh God.
Which will overlap. So I'm sorry, I'll be taking away a few viewers from you. So
she's here. That means she's definitely going to stab me.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Team, you're on screen.
I am on screen.
What do you got? What do you got for us?
I don't have anything, man. I've had a great time tonight. All this right here, this interaction with two of the greatest people I know in my life. One being somebody that I've actually had a chance to meet in MC Tune, and one who it's been a pleasure to not meet yet, with Schrodinger's cat. So outside of that though, man, I love these guys and thank you for the opportunity to come on and bullshit with both of you.
Right. Thank you very much. I'll send your payment later.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to come meet you soon, and then I'll be the greatest person that you know.
There you go.
This will be true because you look much bigger than MC Tune. MC Tune's a little plump, man. He uses definitely some stretching of the camera to make himself look normal.
But you know, I know Team's trick. You see that room that he's in? It's actually a sauna. It's 173 degrees in there right now.
It is.
I was in there.
I got that part fixed out, man. Fixed up. Why? Yeah. The only thing that's still messed up is my ceiling. The hole's been patched, but I'm waiting for the construction guys to come in and drop that fine texture of dripping paint onto my ceiling.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm waiting for now.
I do agree that Team Skeptic is a trick.
Thank you, Schrodinger's cat. As long as you still retain 80,000 plus subscribers, you are pretty true about that.
Yeah,
but the moment they drop your schedule, the moment that your channel gets dropped down,
I'm back to a peon.
You are not allowed to say that anymore until you have back up to 80K.
All right. Well, with that, everybody, thank you very much to everybody that sent super chats, channel members and patrons.
Y'all take care out there.
I love you all. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.